We in here. DonteSoulPepper, Pharoe Marquis. Everybody double cupped up, getting their juices right. Pause.
Pause.
Getting their juices up. You know, we got the Sprite, the wine. There's been some tequila shots taken. There's been some coffee drank. There's been some mimosas this morning. It's up today.
It's a good day.
It's gonna be a very good day. I feel like a good pod. The energy's been good to start.
The fall is starting, so I like the fall.
I'm stepping out.
That's my season.
That's your season?
Yeah.
That's the time where you can really get the fits off for sure.
You get some long sleeve fits off.
Come on now.
Get your sweaters. I'm a hoodie sweater nigga.
Yeah.
Jean jacket, biker jackets, all types of shit.
You don't be popping out in your Renaissance man fits with the trench coat?
Oh yeah, I do the trench coat. I did the trench coat. I did the trench coat.
Yeah, I don't remember where we was going, but yeah, you had the trench coat on.
I had the trench coat. It was your birthday weekend, sniper cam weekend.
It was? You had a trench. That couldn't have been my birthday. You had a trench coat on in April.
We went to the jazz. We went to the jazz game.
Damn, you had a trench coat on that day.
Yeah.
Damn, niggas was fly that weekend. 'Cause I remember I had some shit on that weekend too. That's when I had my all green shit on. That green tint fit.
Damn, y'all was popping out.
Yeah, we don't do that no more, man.
When I don't wear a baseball cap and I show the hair, that's the Renaissance man turtleneck shit.
Yeah, I feel like when I feel like I'm fresh, I'm not wearing black, white, or pink.
When you're fresh, you're not wearing those colors?
Yep.
That's a weird.
Because like a lot of my clothes is black, white, or pink. So I'm like, all right, I got some good shit. Let me go ahead with the blue and orange real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's fair. This is the sad thing about my lineage is I'm colorblind as hell. So like when I try to put together fits, it has to be mad basic. I can't flip an orange with a green or something like that. I couldn't do it. Blues and purples, can't do it. It has to be a black or a white somewhere in there.
I love me some blue and some orange for real.
Yeah, I like accents of orange. I like camo green a lot. I feel like brown because I'm black. Brown looks kind of crazy, but high key, I get some fits off with some brown and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. I'm starting to like a lot of browns and tans.
When I get in that Travis Scott color palette. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be in my Cactus Jack.
Yeah, when I do like them browns and greens.
And it, fall is the start of cuffing season too.
Cuffing season.
That's why I got the Drake shit on.
You can't cuff now. You can't. It's too late for the Drake cuffing season.
Please. For all the dogs ain't came out yet. And after I heard that scissor shit, I know this ain't what I thought it was going to be.
He thought he was about to dog him.
I thought I was about to get another Her Laws. I heard that shit. I said, nigga, that's not what I need.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a lot of hate on that.
On what?
We just barely starting, so I'm not going to get into it yet, but I'm going to throw a lot of hate on that.
On that song?
Yes.
All right, okay. All right, yeah.
Well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it then.
It's OVO Donte.
I'm OVO Donte.
A.K.A. Young Money Donte.
I ain't got that far yet because some of them niggas is trash. Tiger.
Hey, man.
He like Gutter though.
Tiger, man.
Welcome to Gutterville was a hard-ass mixtape, though.
Yeah, that really was.
It was a hard tape.
But I had some shit.
I am OVO Donte, man, and I want to tell everybody that every negative thing I ever said about Drake is over with.
Mm-hmm. It's over with?
It's over with.
Come on now.
Man, I was at the concert, bro. And you know what's funny? Is that a lot of concerts I've been to, so even when I went to Kendrick Lamar's concerts, because Kendrick, one of my favorite artists of all time, higher than Drake even. But I don't listen to his music a lot. So To Pimp a Butterfly, as dope as that album is, I don't go back to that. My three I go back to is always Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn. So when I was at the Kendrick concert, you could feel the nostalgia. Drake shit ain't never left my rotation as much as I be hating that I didn't feel a second of nostalgia. Besides when he played Take Care, because I don't play that album a lot.
Wait, is nostalgia a bad feeling when you go to a concert?
Nah. But I'm saying like that's what makes Drake so good. Is there's no nostalgia attached to his music because I've been listening to Nothing Was the Same for 10 fucking years. So
Oh,
it's,
I get
so
what
it's
you-
I have
Yeah.
10 years of memories when
I
Nothing
get
Was the
what you're
Same,
saying.
whereas I
Yeah.
only got 1 year of memories with To Pimp a Butterfly.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So-
I mean, he is the GOAT for a reason. Like,
Hey man,
Hey, man.
people don't want to have that conversation, but you know,
yeah,
at some point people gonna have the conversation, and he gonna be right there.
I think I listen to Nothing Was the Same once a year. Once a year, I listen to that. I listen to Views, and I listen to So Far Gone. So those have to be my favorite 3 Drake albums. 'Cause Nothing Was the Same, So Far Gone, and Views.
you know what's crazy? I even want to sit in here because I think we had a conversation about Scorpion not being that good. I even want to sit in here and think Scorpion was he.
Yeah, because
Scorpion was
this
heat,
nigga
but
used
like-
to. We used to have arguments about this.
That's the thing about Drake's music is that, like, in the moment, if it's not heat, it's gonna be heat some down the line.
I will contest to that.
Because when Scorpion came out, like, it was a whole bunch of talk. Oh, he flipped the album. He changed the album. This wasn't the original album. People were shooting the album bail. And you only really shoot the album bail if it's not that good of an album. But the more you go back to it, you're like, ooh, you got 8 out of 10, not a joke, or can't take a joke.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I have a negative connotation around that album, because the side A, the rap side, if you skip I'm Upset, that's the only skip.
You skipped I'm Upset. That's a
Yeah,
little-
I
that's a
never
little
liked that
bop,
song.
man.
I never liked that song.
That
But
was-
even when at the concert, bro, when the bass line to Nonstop drop, the crowd was going crazy. Niggas was, that shit was so lit,
Yeah,
bro.
that.
And then when he
that
played
album was
God's Plan,
crazy.
cause like when More Life came out, I was off Drake. I literally was off Drake. I wasn't gonna listen to another Drake song until he dropped that. I think it was on Scary Hours Part 1, wasn't it? Where it was the Diplomat song
Diplomatic Unity.
and God's Plan. Bro, when I heard God's Plan, I was like, nah, this nigga's the GOAT.
That shit
Before the beat even dropped, just, I ain't kind of got no trouble with me. I was like, don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. I was like, started scratching my head before the beat even dropped.
that
Like,
was
this
the
is a
line.
hit.
That
So
was,
I don't know where my negative energy from Drake came from. I don't care that he got that many ghostwriters. I don't give a shit.
That's crazy.
And it's
Come
not
on,
even
man.
and even the ghostwriters he got, the niggas that was writing Drake songs can't write better songs than Drake. So why do we even hold that against them?
no,
why you
we
gotta
could
bring it
we
up.
could say party.
Hey man, as a party next door stand,
Drake do it better.
Drake got better records,
Yeah.
better written records.
Pause.
But how you feel about the Drake shit is I haven't let P2 P2 ain't never died in my head.
I think P2 and P3 both barely died for me at the pandemic.
P2 and oh yeah, P3 too. Like I still be playing that shit. Still.
Yeah, man. So like Drake, honestly, he might be the greatest artist ever. He entered his way in my top 5 after just seeing that. And you know what's crazy is what I really hate about Drake's music, I should say, is all that Jamaican dance, one dance type songs, passion fruit type songs,
But they slap.
all of that. No, but at the concert, right?
He heard Blim and took off his shirt. Huh?
Hell no.
Pause.
Hell no. No, instead of actually performing them, they put on like some Jamaican style beat, and the dude just went over to the DJ booth, and while the DJ was DJing it, he just kept singing like different parts of like the Jamaican tracks. So when he did like a second of Blim, and then like bled that into Passion Fruit, bled that into Work, bled that into Controller, bled that into One Dance, it was dope. Where I was like, because even after the concert, like my homies I was with was like, that was the worst part of the concert. And I was like, yeah, but if I had to hear those songs, I'd rather hear them that way.
Get him out the way and get him over with.
Yeah, I thought it was dope how he did that. Like, well, how do you have that many hits that you can just put on one style of beat and it just...
Yeah, right. That
is-
does speak something crazy.
Yeah.
He said, "Look, I can do hours in this stadium, but I can do like just a couple, like a straight
But
one track of all these hits."
is Views in your top albums of Drake's?
Is So Far Gone included?
Yeah.
Then no.
What's your top 3?
Nothing Was the Same, Thank Me Later. No, So Far Gone, Nothing Was the Same, Thank Me Later.
What about yours?
Take Care. You're gonna hate me. I already know it's coming.
I can see it in your eyes.
Hold up. When he did that though, I should show y'all the video. You can't hear Drake. All you hear, oh, the love I would take, all the care. I'm telling you.
Everybody going crazy, huh?
I made it. I was acting like I never said no bullshit about Drake and that motherfucker, man. I'm telling you.
Take care. Are you talking about my favorites or?
Yeah, your top 3.
No, that's not the same.
He's saying like you're his favorite or like the ones that he think is the best.
Because if you ask me what I think are his best albums, I'm going to answer differently.
Yeah, what you think your personal.
Yeah, do your favorites.
My favorites?
Yeah.
It's Take Care. It's If You're Reading This Is Too Late. And honestly, never mind.
That's a crazy top 3 in my head because you know.
Because you asked my favorites, and
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
reasonings for every one of them.
But if you're
I got
reading this
reasons
too
for
late,
every one of
it's probably. I didn't like that album at first. When I first heard it, I didn't like that album. Now that I've listened to it over a few years, I've come to be like, oh, it's a good album, but it's not my favorite. But honestly, never mind.
That's crazy. That's mad crazy. Why?
Okay, one, I associate every Drake album as a timestamp. Like, he's notorious for the timestamp songs, but I give his albums actual timestamps. So when his albums come out, there's usually something significant that's going on in my life. So when that album dropped, something significant was going on. The album matched the energy of what was going on. And that album got me through some shit. Now, y'all don't like it, but if you really sat down and dissected this album, if you got off
You
of
telling me
the
got you through some shit?
That's crazy.
What song is that?
You downplaying that
That
the
album's
album,
ass,
dog.
Drake.
No, it's not.
But when he performed a couple tracks from there, it's a couple of them on there that I actually like, and I can't remember what they called because I don't go back and listen to the album.
But I do
He
like
performed those and it was
that
alright.
album.
What if you didn't put that album up against any other rap album? If it wasn't up against any other rap album, if
I
you
don't
put
even
it
really
in
think
its
it's
actual
a rap
category,
album.
If you put it in its actual dance category, this is a good album. This is a good album. Like, if
Honestly,
you listen to all the
but
dance
honestly,
halls,
never mind being in your top Drake.
I want to get some EDM and dance hall heads in here to argue that.
Yeah,
Because I know they probably don't love that album the way Drake fans do.
Shit. I can just imagine that shit going crazy
I'll put
overseas.
the 21 Savage shit over that. But I do like that. I do like that album, but I'm not putting it in my top Drake albums.
Come on now. Flights Booked. Text
Trinket?
Green. Keeper.
No, that
Come
Sticky.
on, man.
When I heard that Sticky. Love it, I'm making that way. You know how sticky it get.
Y'all gonna make me super cape, and I really honestly want
I'll
to get to the hate
skip
off
that
about
album.
that scissor track.
But
I would skip that album. Like, honestly, that's the bottom two. I got that over More Life. Y'all want me to keep it a bean. I got More Life at the bottom, and honestly, never mind right above it.
and to be honest, but at the same time, like I'm dead serious about that. But I feel like it's hard to classify like my favorite albums of Drake's because I literally can still go and listen top to bottom of every album, and not have any complaints. Not really have like there's songs I would skip, but
wait, what was your 3?
So far gone, nothing was the same. Thank Me Later.
Thank Me Later. I like that album, but no.
Look,
Views is still his best. Like if I were to answer like his best projects, I would make an argument for Views in the top 3.
Yeah.
It probably would be Nothing Was the Same, Take Care, and maybe Views.
When you put that in as I dedicate.
But wait a minute.
Wait
Wait a minute though. What's wrong with Thank Me Later?
There's nothing wrong with that album, but
There was a lot of money pushed into Thank Me Later. There wasn't like as much artistry. I feel like all of his other albums after that, there's a lot of like artistry that came with the music. Drake in Thank Me Later had some artistry. The verses were really good from him, but you could tell like there's Jeezy, there's Hove, there's Alicia Keys, like there's Omarion, or not Omarion.
I love that
Dream.
I love that album, but I don't like. I think it was Karaoke or some shit.
Oh, hold on now.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
don't-
the spotlight makes you you tripping.
Pause.
Wait, what's the?
Pause.
I better
Pause.
find your love. I fucking hate
You're
that song.
tripping. It was like two of the best tracks on there.
You're crazy, bro. But
That's wild.
how do you like karaoke, but you didn't like nothing from? You didn't like Honestly Nevermind.
Because it was the beats, bro. I don't want to hear dance pump up like EDM type beats. If I want to
But there's
listen to
song-
EDM, I'm
I
going to
f-
listen to EDM.
I feel like there's songs on that album that are comparable to karaoke.
It's a couple tracks on there, like I'm saying, because I don't listen to the album. I don't know these song names, and I can't even think of the lyrics. But it was two of them, because he performed like 4 tracks from Honestly Nevermind, including the Jimmy Cooks one. But it was this one that I actually do like from that album. I just don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I like Text Go Green,
really fuck with it.
Sticky.
I ain't really fuck with Sticky like that. He did Sticky. Wasn't a Sticky
Text
fan.
Go Green.
You gotta hear it. And also,
It might
like,
be Flights Booked, actually, because you said the name.
and I also shoot the album Bell because I've heard the production and beats on different songs. Like I heard Whitney Houston's it's not, what is it? It's Not Right, but It's Okay. I heard that song on the Sticky beat. It's nuts.
But look,
What is that one song that's towards the end, like the second to the last song, that sounds like Chopped and Screwed?
okay.
That's my
Oh,
favorite
No,
song
yeah.
on that.
but wait a minute. There's a leaked one of that song that's not chopped and screwed, and it sounds amazing.
Yeah, you sent me that.
It sounds amazing. It sounds excellent.
But imagine being able to go back and visit your November 16th vibe.
Yeah. No, I'm not hating on the song, but like just when I heard it, not
Wait, what
chopped
was
and
the song
screwed.
called?
It's hold on one sec. Honestly, never mind. It's Liability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Live
done
Let me just.
But look though, if we talk about the production of Drake albums, I think Thank Me Later need more credit. Because like the way that album flows in and out of each song,
That's true.
the production on that album is like
Production
Me-
engineering.
both to be completely honest with you, because me and Antoine actually was talking about this one time, how Blueprint 3 came out in 2009 and Twisted Fantasy came out in 2010. Wait, Thank Me Later came out in 2010 too. Anyway, but them 3 albums, like it's not a lot of albums that sound like those 3 albums. And I think it's because the way the production flowed in through them albums. Like for the Resistance to go into Over the way it did, where he was like a minute till it's over, and then that shit faded out, and then the violin started playing, bro, that shit was crazy. And then like the end of Fancy, how that led to Shut It Down, and how the end of Shut It Down led to Unforgettable, which
That's
led
like
to,
my
Bro.
favorite shit right there. Is like my 2 favorite songs on that album is the Fancy and the what's the Kanye, the show
Me a Good Time.
Show Me a Good Time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you listen to the production on that album, it was crazy. And like I think realistically, like how you was like, it was Alicia Keys on there, it was T.I., it was Jeezy, it was Jay-Z. For that to be your debut album is amazing.
Yeah, because people
Hell of a debut.
people in his like class, their debut albums wasn't like that. I'll honestly say. Well, they don't really consider Wale's first album to be his first album. Like the Attention Deficit, they always do his MMG shit. But Attention Deficit was a crazy album too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and that was all.
Attention Deficit was dope.
From what I'm looking at, that was all 40 and Boy Wonder.
Yeah,
that
and
did all that.
And see, that's what I'm saying. So it was all in-house for the most part. I think Kanye did Show Me a Good Time and Find Your Love, and I think Swiss did Fancy. But other than that, it was just them. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what made that shit so fire, bro. Like, it was like, you could hear the chemistry on the records. Like, they had to be in there talking about that. Like, nah, if we just send this out and put this in, man, that shit's crazy.
Hey, I didn't know Boy Wonder did Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon.
I think Boy Wonder is one of the most underrated producers like ever. But the only reason he's underrated is because he don't pop out as often as he should. Yeah. He should pop out and remind these niggas that he's that nigga.
He did do a verse Hit Boy. But I think if they were to verse now,
oh yeah, he's losing.
It would be a
He's
different
getting
story.
smoked. He's getting smoked.
It'd be a whole different story. And
But man, paint the picture of the concert, man. He came in here and did all that caping for the man, and I'm good. I'm happy for it. It's not caping. It's actually an apology. Real talk.
It is an apology.
it's
Drake,
not
I'm sorry.
caping.
I'm OVO Donte. I'll write whatever song for you, and it ain't gonna be as good as your shit, but I got you, dog. You know
He
what
said,
I mean?
I'm willing to get into the sweatshops. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
put me in the OVO sweatshop. But nah, so the concert was cool, man. It was like, we get there, and I don't remember which one of them niggas was on stage. Who cares? But one of you little Jamaican niggas that don't need it, I'm back on y'all heads. One of you OVO Jamaican niggas.
Pop can go cry, or Wiz
Wait.
Kid. One of
I
them
want to make
niggas.
sure. I want to make sure it was not Roy Woods, right?
No, I wasn't Roy Woods. I
Okay.
would have known if it was him.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
She got a little bit of drama with her friends.
I don't know who it was,
come on
but
now.
he was on stage. We went to go get merch real quick. We got this and another shirt. And then we got back to the seat, like, right as he was in the middle of Look What You Done, which is also one of my favorite songs that he ever written. And I don't know, man, like I'm saying, like, it was like just
That was the opening song? Oh, shit.
just him doing that, like I'm saying, there was no nostalgia. He started with, like, a lot of his R&B shit, and then there was a couple rap tracks in between, and then he did all the little Jamaican shit I was talking about. Then he did a couple other rap tracks.
Damn, I'd have been crying the first song in. Fuck, that way
Yeah.
to set the tone, man.
Yeah, it was, I think
Golly.
Marvin's Room was the first song. I can't remember if he did Marvin's Room first or Shot for Me first, but one of them was first, and one of them was right after.
But see, look, I could deal with those ones. But if he had started with "Look What You've Done," I would immediately started thinking like, damn.
He did. That's one of my favorite Drake shits, man. Is Look What You
yeah.
Done.
That
Look What
and
You Done.
Too Much.
Yeah, Too Much is dope too.
Too much is crazy.
So when he left the stage, actually, and this is props to 21 Savage too, because I'm actually a 21 Savage fan. But I didn't really realize how many like hit records he was actually on, like how many mainstream hits, because I don't really listen to mainstream music like that. So like when he was playing that bump, 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 I was like, I forgot he was even on here. Or that, what the fuck is that? Forgot he was on there. Rockstar with
Post
is that Post Malone? Yeah,
Yep.
forgot he was on that. Like in my head,
That's what-
when he was
21
doing
is
his
solidified.
features,
That's what
man.
I was saying is him versus Kodak Black in the verses.
It's not fair.
No, Kodak got some shit too.
No.
I think if it's their own music, I think Kodak might get them though. But
No,
as soon
but
as them
it's not.
features,
But
as soon
Kodak
as them
got-
features come through, it's probably over for
Kodak
Kodak.
got features too.
Not like that.
not like that.
Not like that, dog. I'm telling you, when I seen that shit, I started scratching my head like, wait a minute, like he popping like that?
Well,
Like,
I
I'm-
mean, does Kodak get credit for Bodak Yellow?
nah.
No, but he got some shit with some singers and shit. I heard some shit on the radio. I was like, oh, they just put him on this song. This shit crazy.
But it ain't like that though. Like niggas go to 21 Savage like with the one.
And just the fact that you got a duo album, with Drake. Any song I throw on with Drake,
But
from
they say
album
that
is gonna
Kodak
be
has
Kodak.
one. But
That shit ain't
they
gonna be
ain't put it
popping
out.
like that.
What are you gonna play? Lockjaw by French Montana?
That's French Montana's best song if you ask me though. That's my shit.
No, it's
Oh,
no
yeah.
shopping.
Nah.
Or not no shopping.
Lockjaw.
Yeah, it is no shopping. The one with Drake.
No, that shit ain't got no lockjaw.
So my logic, I was
That's
like, hey,
That's
when that came
summer of
out.
2016 when Lockjaw came out, nigga. Bro,
Yeah, Lockjaw was
French
crazy.
Montana-
And then they threw Jeezy
this-
on it.
yeah, man, that shit was wild.
This nigga hate French Montana, but French Montana got some shit.
That song was so hard, I almost listened to the album. Like, I thought about it.
Coke
I-
boy, baby.
I downloaded this shit and I deleted it, but I thought about it.
French got some shit, low key.
I didn't realize how many hits 21 had, and he did his thing. I was glad when he opened up with that. I don't even remember what the song name is. I was like, I'm on that Slaughter Gang shit, Murder Gang
Gang
bitch.
shit.
Yeah, when he did that.
What's that? Red
Ops.
Red Ops.
Yeah, Red Ops is what it's called. Yeah, I was glad he did that. Hey, and low key, it was this dude. So like, dog, the section that we sat in was so lit that I wouldn't be surprised if Drake heard us, because like it was like just the two rows in front of us, and then my row, and then the 2 rows behind us was mad lit. At one point, when he did that, when the 21 Savage did that, Young Savage, why you trapping so hard?
Nah.
It was this nigga next to me, and it was this little Asian girl in front, and they was rapping each other the whole shit. We all pulling our phones out, recording them like, hey, that shit was crazy, dog. And then when they did their shit together, I was glad he did Hours in Silence. That's what I was saying last time. That's what I needed to hear was Hours in Silence.
Yeah, that.
What was the demographic like?
Cause you was in Dallas.
Yeah, it was a little melting pot in there.
Oh yeah.
Nice little place to recruit.
He's scared.
I forgot. Hey, I got some recruiting stories. I didn't capitalize on nothing, but I probably shouldn't say them with a camera in front of my face.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
So what was
You had a good scouting report though.
Oh, I had a good scouting report.
A good
I
scouting.
came back
little
with I came back with a packet full of notes.
I had a good little scouting report.
What was the after scene like? Because I imagine like the concert itself is lit and it's going for like what 3 hours?
Yeah, it
4
was about
hours?
3 hours.
3
He was on
hours
stage for about 2.
3 hours of going hard. Pause. And then what are you doing afterwards?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, we ain't do shit. So our hotel was like a mile away, and niggas was so hyped that everybody's phone was almost dead. So we was just like, all right, look, we just gonna walk back to the hotel because we Ubered, and then we was just like, everybody just gonna charge their phone and we gonna hop out. Niggas put their phone on the charger and was like, never mind, we'll just go out tomorrow.
See,
But the next night was mad lit too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
that's where you fuck up. Cause sometimes it's going out with no phone. Is cool.
Going out with no phone, how am I gonna get a scouting report with no phone?
That's why you
That-
got the
that's
you
what
don't got
they-
the Nokia burner? Oh
Man.
man, I got the Nokia burner. I be pulling it out, flipping it.
I got rid of my burners.
No, see, you don't even need the phone. You either attack there, you went on site, or it ain't going.
That's crazy. He said, "Shorty, let's
If
go
the
over here."
stove ain't there, what'd he say? I'ma hunt for it.
If the food ain't on the stove. Hey, shout out to Lil Wayne too, man.
Without you, there is no Drake. We appreciate you, man.
We appreciate some things.
He's supposed to be dropping soon, dropping a fix before the fix, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Thanks before the 6, right?
I'd like to hear it.
The before Carter 6.
Yo, but and this is another thing with Drake. I want to know like what y'all think of Drake lyrically though versus his peers. Like, is there anybody that this nigga hasn't out-rapped?
Sci-Hi the Prince.
He don't want that smoke though. Drake don't want the side smoke.
He hasn't out.
Nobody wants a side smoke.
I was just checking the temperature. But
Well,
as like a lucrative artist,
Are we saying like
Like songs that Drake has been on with all these other niggas, I don't know if he's ever been out-rapped. Besides by Nicki Minaj.
fucking problem?
Nope.
He had the best verse.
Yep.
Okay.
100% he had the best verse. No question.
I'm trying to think of.
I think on All Me he had the best verse too. Like people try to say it was Big Sean, but Drake murdered that nigga.
What about? Oh, you
I'm the
don't,
light skin Keith Sweat.
does he have
I
the
used to
best
fuck-
verses on
I even fucked the girl.
on the
I used
More
to-
Life shit like with?
I don't know.
With who?
Does he have the best verse on like Sicko Mode?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
oh, absolutely.
And he did that shit with him and Travis Scott too. He did Sicko Mode and Meltdown. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's out-rapped this nigga other than Nicki Minaj and probably Lil Wayne.
I thought you said what's his name had the best verse on Uptown, Bun B.
All right, Bun B got him. Bun B got him. Bun B 100% got him. Hove might have got him too on Light Up. Hove might have got him on Light
Oh,
Up.
and he may have got him on Pound Cake too.
Yeah, he probably got him on Pound Cake.
Yeah.
He probably got him on Pound Cake.
I'm trying to think.
Cake.
What's that one song with him and Gucci Man?
Back on Road? Or no.
Both.
No. You're thinking of both.
There was another one. There was another one that they had that was heat too. Maybe it was Back on Road. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I got money and a save, and I'm back
Yeah,
on Road.
yeah, but I ain't. He out-rap Gucci Man. We know that.
Gucci Man is a goat.
I don't know if it's a couple niggas that like, you know what I mean?
Okay. What about on Poetic Justice?
That's tough.
I don't think he
That
got
might be
out-rapped,
Kendrick.
though.
Yeah, it might be
Kendrick had 2 verses.
And then I think that first Kendrick verse on there was like, that was the one like on the song. Like every time I think of that song, it's always that first verse.
I just wish that we would fight less and we would talk more. They say community.
Yeah, I didn't even remember Drake's verse till you said that, honestly. Yeah, man, but Drake, man, he's in the top tier of lyricists as well. And I think we need to start mentioning Drake when it comes to top tier of lyricism because he's up there.
What else we gonna say? What else we arguing if we say he top 1?
I think that one album.
He's not
I think
top
his
one
last
lyrically.
album with 21 Savage showed that lyric wise, like he's up there.
Oh, for sure.
I had a hot take with somebody where I was like, that album was like, I don't know, that's probably top 2 Drake albums lyrically.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking. Like,
Her Loss.
like he
Just
was,
a couple of little slight bars.
even like his punchlines, like
Trying to bring the drum to me, he ain't know how he cha slide.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
He just had a couple little slight ones.
he had
And-
some. She gonna moped it.
Riding around with F&N, we like to hold hands.
Yeah.
And like, he's so dope that how's this nigga getting away with? We airing that shit and boop, boop, boop. Everybody got to stay. We don't run fades. How's he getting away with this shit? Beep. Because he's that
the Playboy
nigga.
Cardi shit.
He bodied that thug flow for sure.
Oh, and
He bodied that thug flow.
matter of fact, and on top of that, at the concert, he performed Desires, and he said that was the first time he ever performed that shit. Forgot about that song even. Till that
That's
shit
the
dropped.
trick. That's the trick.
But see, that's like-
that's what you heard over tricking.
No, I feel him on that. We had this conversation on the last pod. I feel Drake on that. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I feel Drake on that. It's a couple of females where I should have put you somewhere where no one can find you. Matching out in the sticks with nothing around you. I promise you. I'm with Drake on that. There's somebody who be like, I'm real P. No, Drake, you had one with that. I'm with you.
I think any nigga that says they wasn't with that shit, they ain't never had a bad one.
Yeah, they lying. They mad lying.
You ain't never had a bad one if you ain't never felt that shit when you lost them, where you was like, shit, I should have put you someplace where no one could find you.
Yeah, because I'm with him on that. Yeah, but when he did that shit, I forgot about that song, man.
I think that album just didn't get its just due just because the time it came out.
Absolutely.
It wasn't that top tier of an album. Like it was
Shit,
a
hell no.
good
Shit.
album. No. Don't get me wrong. It was a good album, but compared to like his track list of great albums, like this run that he's had, it's not like the greatest run in his career.
But look though, if it's that, Certified Lover Boy, honestly, never mind in Her Loss. I really think if Certified Lover Boy and the demo tapes could switch places, the demo tapes would have went way harder. Because it was like Certified Lover Boys, and no matter how you look at it, like
No, because he has 2 certified skips because y'all don't like their type of music.
what?
It was the. Nah, I can't think of what the song is.
I
called.
just
But
think the sequence of that album, is just, it doesn't get. If he would have cut some songs out,
Yeah, that shit was long as fuck.
and because like when I hear like Race My Mind, and that shit reminds me of like some old already tell, like that's one of my favorite songs on there.
But I just think too, like if Tootsie Slide and Desires and From Florida with Love and even the Playboy Cardi track could have actually got the not pandemic treatment, like that album would be looked at way different.
But you're skipping the last track of War because of usually how he raps. That's that like London drill type of rap.
Yep.
But then
War,
you're probably skipping
The one right before that too, I think. It was 2 at the end.
with Fabio Foreign.
Yep, skip.
And
No,
then-
War was cool. The Fabio Foreign one was ass.
And then I'm skipping it's one on there that I'm skipping.
With Young
D4L.
Thug.
D4L.
Yep.
And that's it.
And those Realistically, those are the songs that should do it for you.
Nah, because
Because it's Fabio
'Cause you
Foreign
got,
on the first one, and it's Thug and Gunna, or Thug and Future.
yeah, but like
The one
but
with
those
Chris
don't
Brown is
sound-
the one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I maybe even skip that one. to be honest.
Nah,
Oh,
but those don't sound like hits though. Where I'm like, that's what I'm saying. If it could have been post pandemic, because Tootsie Slides clearly sounds like a hit to me, or like Desires clearly. Like I could just imagine like when we used to be at the clubs in Salt Lake, Desires coming out, and niggas,
yeah.
I should have put this away.
I
no
could
one
picture
could find you. Like,
being outside the club on a sneaky leak mission. Listen to I'm outside in an AMG, two turn,
Real ones was getting that
two
off anyway,
T.
I wasn't
Two
getting that
turn,
off.
baby girl. You know
I was in the house in a
me.
relationship. I was not getting that off. That's what I'm saying. Like if that could have switched times.
Oh, you're faithful.
Yeah, I am. I couldn't get that one off. If I could have, if that album came out, if that and Certified Lover Boy switched, because Certified Lover Boy, like if you just take them musically, because like how you're saying Drake's music is a timestamp, which it really is. So if you take just them shits musically, I don't think Certified Lover Boy is even close to Dark Demo Tapes.
No, but he's also trying. This Certified Lover Boy was an example of him trying to like please everybody and fit certain shit where it doesn't need to fit.
Yeah,
like
he shouldn't have did that.
TSU was already a leak. Race My Mind was already a leak. The one with Hove was already a leak. Like, you don't need to put those on the album.
Yeah, but I think that's almost why he did though.
The one with Hove, I felt it needed to be there.
Yeah. And TSU did too, because that was one of the best tracks. I was hoping he was gonna perform TSU, and then he did Desires, and I was like, never mind.
TSU, man, I want to go to a strip club just to hear TSU. Not around.
How old
I
were
might
you?
throw a whole stack or something to that.
How
Mama is not a. Throwing it right there. Both cheeks, both cheeks. Hey, and Daddy is not around. I want your client on the phone. Then you get that. It's gonna look like Don Tolliver. I can't feel my legs in that motherfucker because there's gonna be a whole bunch of. And I don't even go to strip clubs. But if that came on in the strip club, I'm Blue Bucks Clan then.
If you want me to, I'll pay your whole tuition if you want me to. I know your daddy ain't around.
I watch you climb to the top of
God.
the pole and then get to slide and slide.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you ever seen Don Tolliver? I can't feel my legs.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't feel my legs.
That shit's hilarious.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
That's funny as fuck, dog.
I'll take a trip to Dallas just to hear that motherfucker in there.
That's what we need to do. Is take a trip to Dallas. I'm telling you, it's lit over there. It's lit over there. I ain't gonna clip this part up too, but like Dallas is like what I be saying is when I be like, when like how the narrative out here is y'all only like white women. Shit, nigga. If I was in Dallas, I probably wouldn't even be with a white woman. Actually, I'm lying because at that first bar we went to, it was some bad white pieces up in there.
Some good milk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a melting pot up in there. Like that's what I'm saying. It was bad Latinas. Some of the baddest Latinas I ever seen in my life was in Texas. Some of the baddest black man.
Well, I
go
mean,
to Dallas, man, and I'm telling you, they women out there is different, bro. It's lit.
We're gonna take a Dallas Houston tour.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with that. I've been needing to go to Houston.
I've been needing, and I need to hear TSU when I'm down there. Daddy is not a.
That shit crazy.
I just paid your T-Mobile bill right there.
All right, somebody put on here top white boy songs. So like your go-to like white people type songs.
I was thinking about this. I was at work, right? Mm-hmm. And I work with people, you know, Caucasian people, and they be playing in these trucks. They be playing some shit. You know, they be playing their playlist, and I'm hearing some like Jelly Roll. I'm like, oh man, I don't listen to this shit. But as soon as some Nickelback come on, I'm like, hey, this shit is in my bag. So I gotta say,
He'd be like,
Nickelback.
this is how you remind me.
And I started thinking about the topic, and I wrote it in the phone. And
Let's see who else is up there?
Nickelback is crazy.
Black people love Nickelback.
I love Nickelback.
Fall Out Boy's in there.
I think
I think Green Day is in my shit. Like
the couple songs that came to my mind was what's that shit by Limp Bizkit that used to be on the wrestling promo? That was like, I'ma do things my way. It's my way or the highway.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I know
my
that song.
shit. I love that, and I used to love that when I was younger. I used to always love, hey now, you're an all-star.
Smash Mouth.
Hey, I heard one of them cats died. If so,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Because that was my shit.
Damn.
That was my shit.
that Shrek shit.
Oh, yeah, it was at the beginning of the Shrek. For sure, it was at the beginning of Shrek.
The Shrek shit.
Yeah.
The
Somebody wants to. Yeah, it was at the beginning of Shrek.
but
You're right.
Green Day is in my like. Wake me up when September hits. Like nigga, I'll start crip walking to that shit. And I remember in junior high when "Hey Here Delilah" came out by Plain White Tees. Hey Here Delilah, was it like it?
I never liked that shit.
And then I think everybody in the world loves that. Haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No.
That shit is fire.
I think of Madden when I'm playing.
Yeah, that shit fire right there.
A top 5 song is definitely Somebody You Used to Know, though.
What song is that?
It's a dude and a girl on it.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm not even sure.
I don't even know how to sing this shit, but every time it come on, I'm singing it constantly.
Oh yeah, but Fall Out
Like
Boys is
Gaia
hard
Somebody.
too. Fall Out Boys had some shit. Good Charlotte had some shit.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Oh yeah.
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 My baby mom used to listen to this song. It's called Cute Without the E. And when I used to work at this bar, all the white people used to be shocked that I knew this song because that shit is dope. So, and will you tell all your friends you've got your gun to my head? That's my shit. This song was only wishful thinking.
I think niggas only find out these songs from playing video games because I found out a lot of songs from Madden and like Tony Hawk Pro Skater shit.
And WWE, I remember on SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, I think, it's a song called Bullet with Your Name on it, and I never forget. I got a bullet with your name on it. And I'll be scrolling through the menu hype as fuck.
They got some crazy
somebody's ass, nigga.
They got some crazy. They be talking about violence in the rap community, but listen to these names of these songs.
This shit be lit. One of my favorites too by a white person. She a girl though. That Unwritten, Natasha Bedingfield. That's my shit, man.
Oh, you
Staring
know,
at the blank
Chris
page
Stapleton,
before
Tennessee
you.
Whiskey.
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
with Sweet Tennessee Whiskey.
I don't fuck with it like that, but I see how the white people react to it, and I be like, oh, okay, that shit kind of lit.
Natasha Bedingfield got a couple of them.
That
She
shit,
got
I
Love
wouldn't
Like
know.
This.
I don't really know none of her tracks like that.
Pocket Full of
Did y'all
Sunshine.
fuck with like the?
Oh, Pocket Full of Sunshine was dope too.
Did y'all fuck with like the NSYNC Britney Spears era?
Hell yeah. Oh, whoops.
I don't.
Let me not co-sign that
I don't
part.
know too much of NSYNC or Britney Spears, to be honest.
Backstreet Boys or nothing?
I know like they popular songs, but like I wasn't bumping it like that.
You missing out.
I had one of them
NSYNC
shit.
probably one of the
Remember them
greatest
little
white boys
like
to do
they look like gigapets, but they had the little
Yeah,
shits and you put it in. I remember they bought me that and I had the bye.
Bye 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 was dope though.
Wait.
Hey, it used
I
to
might
be
have a video with an
Yeah,
Xbox
girlfriend.
headset like this.
it used to be this dude I used to work with, and he was a big old NSYNC fan. Or I think he liked the Backstreet Boys, and he was playing something on the jukebox at work one time, and I was like, "Who's this NSYNC?" He was like, "Man, it's the Backstreet Boys," and I was like, "It don't matter. All the motherfuckers sound the same." He get hot. He was like, "Man, if I told you Tupac and Biggie sounds the same." You want to talk about culture? Yeah, he was pissed. I was like, I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know this shit from a can of paint, bro. I just thought it was my
What
bad.
about Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber's dopest song is that Runaway Love track, but the remix with Kanye and Raekwon where they did on the Wu-Tang beat.
This Runaway Love.
That's his hardest
I
song?
thought
Yep. Oh, yeah. I used to be bumping that shit on the way to school.
Oh, that's because you don't listen to him. Man.
Running out of time, where is my? And it was on the Wu-Tang beat. That shit was crazy.
So Justin
Kanye did a
Bieber,
remix to it.
What about Justin Timberlake?
Oh yeah, no.
Did you-
Future Sex Love Sounds is one of the dopest pop albums of all time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's in my top probably 2 or 3, to be completely honest with you.
All right. Have you heard the 2020 experience?
Yeah, what you like better, part 1 or part 2?
Before it was reorganized?
I don't know about a reorganization, but I know it's 2 separate albums. Well,
Yeah.
part 1 has a suit and tie on it, and part 2 had
Yeah. It had
the other hit that came off the album. I can't remember.
Turn Off the Lights.
Turn Off the Lights. Yeah,
Personally, I like part 1.
same.
And it's really because of like how it's way more cohesive than part 2 is. Like part 2 had like really good bops, but part 1 going from Blue Ocean 4 to Strawberry Bubblegum to
What about
Ocean Floors.
Yeah, I remember part 2 being like almost like you're saying, where it didn't hit me like an album. So I kind of just like I remember hearing it probably maybe 2 or 3 times, and just kind of just threw it away.
I didn't listen to none of them albums, so I can't speak on it. But I'm gonna just keep bringing up some white artists like Pink. Did y'all
Pink
fuck
got
with
some
Pink?
ones.
I didn't really fuck with Pink.
Pink. Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera was
She's
dope.
not white though, is she?
I thought so.
She looked white.
I thought she was a Latina.
Just because of her last name.
Yeah, I was like,
No,
her
no,
last
no, no.
name, she might be.
Yeah,
I thought she was for real. Like, yeah.
She might be.
She might be.
Her
And
vocals
she was bad.
crazy.
She was bad in my head.
I used to like Katy Perry. That
Joe-
Prism album was dope.
Hey, JoJo up there.
Oh, JoJo.
Yeah, everybody seemed to like JoJo. Everybody seemed to like JoJo.
You ain't see JoJo lately?
She's some work.
Hey,
Nah, I ain't
JoJo,
seen JoJo.
listen,
I think she's
Camera on
from
me.
Texas too. So when we go to Dallas, send her a message.
listen, I'm there, bro.
JoJo,
There.
listen to him.
I'm there. Talk about white on rice, nigga.
That's what we need to talk about, the top white women. Because the more I be looking,
Shit.
because the more I be looking at it, the more it keeps getting brought to my attention, and it's almost once a month at this point. Hillary Duff, baby.
Hey,
Hey, I used to tell motherfuckers shit. I used to be like,
saying.
you don't know shit about Lizzie McGuire. I fuck with Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff up there.
I fuck with Topanga from Boys Meets World. If she wanna, I don't care if it's now. Woo!
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
Her
minute.
daddy is not
Wait a
around.
minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Mama is not.
Wait a minute, I'm not gonna let my mans do that. You better go ahead and look at what she looks like now before you.
No, I seen a picture the other day, and she was still looking. I was about to sing motherfucking Trippie Redd. I'm gonna take it to Topanga. I was about to.
Hillary Duff was always up there for me. And I did used to love some Katy Perry till she started looking funny at one point. Ashley Benson was some work too. The girl from Pretty Little Liars. Ashley Benson, man, she was fine too.
Let me.
And a lot of them little WWE girls with some work too, like Trish Stratus, Lita, Kelly.
I'm trying to think of my.
You know Scarlett Johansson in there. Since you're veering off of artists, you know.
Scarlett Johansson was
Johansson
up there too.
up there.
Scarlett Johansson was
Yeah,
too.
she's some work.
That's gonna be the title of this pod. Y'all like white women? Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. I'm telling you.
It's just something about seeing Martha Stewart on the cover of Sports Illustrated that really just gets my gears going. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, man. Hey, Martha Stewart was all right too. 50 Cent was fucking with her, wasn't he? Or was that Snoop Dogg?
That was Snoop.
No, 50 Cent was fucking with Chelsea Handler.
Who won?
Who won what?
Snoop or 50?
I don't know. Martha could cook.
I feel like Chelsea a freak though.
Martha could cook though.
Chelsea used to be on the show saying some wild shit, man.
You think
She
Martha
might be a freak.
No, the older women got the move. We gonna talk about this. The older women really got the juice. If we talk about it, she'll do some simple shit and turn it up on a nigga. Then after she making a souffle, nigga feel good. You know what I mean?
Nigga feel great. She be so
This is
thankful.
why niggas can't drink on the pod.
The older women, you ain't never had an old chick.
Hey man,
Okay, let's say
I'm not about to talk about it with a camera in front of my face.
a chick like 10 years older than you.
I'm not gonna talk about it with a camera in front of my face.
I can't wait till we have a guest. We gonna have to. Because I know the guest that's coming, he gonna talk. Fellas. He's gonna be like,
I'm not
fellas.
gonna talk about it with a camera in front of my face, dog. Shit, I need my older one back.
Because she did the same thing I'm talking about. She just did a subtle thing and you're out.
He said, I should have put you in a mansion where no one could find you.
Oh, God. Oh, my mama, I should have. I need my older one back.
But yeah, the older ones, I think Martha Stewart take the cake. Fuck Chelsea Handler.
Oh, man. See, this is why I can't drink on the pod. This sounds like the last pod. Oh, matter of fact, that's what I was saying on the last pod. I was listening to it the other day, and we got into that shit, how I always be talking shit on LL Cool J and Will Smith.
Yeah.
So we started talking about dope LL Cool J songs. And I was like, yo, I low-key fucked with Headsprung. And y'all started clowning on me. And Mr. Highness was like, Headsprung. He said, that shit remind me of Headstrong. Headstrong to take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. Bro, I made the screen recorded and sent it to him. Bro, I was fucking crying. I was driving when I was listening to it.
Hey.
So I ain't even sent it to him. But, bro, I was dying. I was like, that's crazy. He said, Headstrong. He said, nigga, that's Headstrong. Bro, that shit had me weak,
That
bro.
shit is comedy.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Mr. Highness, man.
Shout out to Mr. Highness, man. I don't know. We got to change his name.
We gonna cut that?
Pretty soon.
Cut what?
You gonna cut that?
I'm not cutting anything.
I'm just asking, hey.
I'm not cutting anything.
He said I started talking.
I just said I shouldn't say it with a camera in front of my face. Fuck, I said it. I mean, niggas said way worse with cameras in front of their faces.
I know I have.
So I'm like,
I'm
I think
Mr. Bleep.
Yeah.
I'm probably the first nigga to ever get a bleep on
Mr. Bleep.
Yeah, he was the first nigga to ever get bleeped on a podcast that I was producing. Because that shit was crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's probably like a good little segue to the next one.
What, a trait or habit that you had to unlearn as an adult?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like other than not spending money on dumb shit, I feel like that's the main habit I had to unlearn.
Yeah. That'd
Because
be one.
even to go back to like the very beginning pod, I still ain't practiced forgiveness. That's what I need to unlearn. That's what I need to unlearn. I need to learn how to practice some forgiveness because I ain't done it yet. You told me, my mom told me that the same week when we first started this shit, and I ain't practiced it yet. That's what I need to do.
What about you? What do you think like a trait or habit you had to unlearn as an adult, or that you need to still learn as an adult?
One that I had to unlearn or trying to learn is probably patience. A big one is patience. Because the older I get, like the shorter I feel like my patience get for like just simple little things. Like just, like even just like, it wasn't a big one, but Cam like leaving just a little bit of the shit in the bottle. I was like, Cam, let's go ahead and take care of that, dog. Like, ain't nobody gonna drink this little swallow. Pause.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was gonna drink it on camera too.
Man, he's gonna take it right to the head, huh? What about you?
Pause that too.
Pause. But I think besides, the spending and shit, I just had unhealthy ways of getting over coping with shit.
Yeah.
I think that was like my main thing was I try to like, whenever I'm like hurt or anything, I try to drink and fuck my way out of everything. That's just not the way to go through life. You end up more fucked up, more hurt, more everything if you just drink and fuck your way out of every feel. Like whenever you feel like when someone passed away, I'm out. Like I almost went back to it. I went out when my grandma passed. I went out, got drunk, and then the next day I was like, man, I gotta change. this is the old way. Because I was going through my phone, going through the black book, like, hey. And then I was like, nah. As I was going through that, I was like, nah.
I know your daddy ain't around.
So yeah, I almost went back to that. But even I feel like with the habits or traits that you got to unlearn, they're always there. It's almost like an addiction, almost like how they say if you're an addict, you're always an addict.
You are your repeated habits.
Yeah.
So like
Big bars.
for me to put that phone down right there, right then and there, and just be like, nah, fuck it. Let me just do something else.
That was actually one of my like New Year's resolutions is to just like stop drinking. I was only supposed to be drinking 2 days a week, and it's just because like liquor is a crutch for me. So they're like, shit, nigga. Lately, I just said, fuck it.
I got the
I-
gene.
I
You got the
ain't-
gene, bro. You don't do that.
Huh?
Didn't you say you, on the pod you got the gene? Got
What's
the alcoholism
Yeah,
gene?
bro. I ain't put the drink down literally since when I went to Dallas last Wednesday. I done drank every day since. Cheers up.
See.
I'm before work cracking beers, nigga.
Damn. That's what we're going to title the pod.
Huh?
That's what we're going to title the pod, intervention.
Yeah, but like, I be having some of my best sleeps on liquor too. I think that's really what it is. Like,
It's because it's a depressant, bro.
I drink enough. Yeah, people say that, but I feel good.
Yeah, I be feeling
You
good.
feel good until, like, once, like, it gets to the point where it's,
Like the wear off. I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
when you go
I got
down, you go really down. Like, the high just feels high. Like, you're not going up.
Man, I ain't. Never mind. I'm not about to talk about that with the camera on. Oh, we back. We back.
Yeah, we back.
I'll get that out there. We back.
Hell
Back
yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
So, took a quick recess.
That comedy style shit. That comedy style shit is over with just because of me, nigga.
What'd you do? How do you ruined it?
On podcast line. Podcast. This is so long ago. These is all just jokes.
Then they was like, hell no, it's not it.
Bitch was hit my phone like, nigga.
What is this, motherfucker?
What are you talking about? Why are you talking about that? Why are you talking about me? No, that wasn't about you. That was about, yeah, all right.
Look, I'm dead just about to start lying. Just let people figure it out themselves.
No. The thing about me is I'm going to live the truth, and I'm going to just live the truth. If you can't deal with it, then shit, you ain't for me, because I'm not about to sit around here and just step on ice. That's the worst feeling in the world, is stepping on ice. That's what I hate, is like, on thin ice, hell no. Like, I'm not living my life like that. That shit's like the worst feeling in the world.
Even at that, like, I can understand, like, there's certain elements of people's relationships that shouldn't be put on camera and shouldn't be put out there to the world. But at the same time, like, if I'm telling my perspective, like, why are you mad about my perspective? Or, like, how I'm, you know, it's my interpretation. It's my life, you know?
I'm only laughing because in every situation, you're right, but I was out of pocket. Why tell a microphone before I told you? Or like
Oh, yeah.
women,
If you- oh, yeah,
women
if you
finding
did-
out that I'm
if
doing
you
dirt
aired
on
it-
a podcast. Like I was being stupid.
If you
Like,
aired
that's
out the
what
block,
that's why this shit's funny.
that's
Oh, you
crazy.
tripped yourself up?
Oh yeah, I was at, man, I'm telling you, I was on that, man. I was on that pod acting dumb. Talking about this was years ago.
Shit. Oh, well.
Yeah, I was acting dumb.
yeah.
So usually you would be right. But in my case, you know,
He aired the block out and didn't even shoot the house he was supposed to shoot.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But we
aired-
was drinking, bro. Like on that pod, it was crazy. Like, so we had a little beer sponsor, so we was drinking beers. And then when that shit even started falling out, niggas was just bringing Hernitos and Don to the studio. Like you could hear us on the mic passing the bottle around.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
see.
I was
why-
feeling good
that's why I
too.
went
He'd be
with the
like,
wine. I was like, oh, yeah.
and there was no video, no nothing, and you can still hear it. We talk about, damn, nigga, you drank all the bottle. You can hear it with, like on some pods when we got like mad drunk, everybody yelling over each other and shit. Man, that shit was funny. That shit was fun though, man. That shit was mad fun.
Damn. So would you do it all? Would you do something similar like that if you were to do like another pod? Like if you had the access to do it, would you do like a Drink Champs type of shit?
nah, I would never do it like that. But I mean, like how we sipping right now? Yeah, hell yeah, I'll sip like this.
Nah, this probably don't ever need to happen again after some of the conversations we already had. That's number one. Number two, I would do a Drinks Champs style pod where but we would have to be doing it where we playing drinking games and almost like us two interview you type shit. Or y'all two interview me or then us two interview him. So whoever's the one getting interviewed, like they the one who got a drink.
Yeah,
That's what we should do. We should do something like that. That might be mad lit.
Towards like the end of the year, I think we should have a couple different like festivals, you know, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, New Year's. We'll have our
We're gonna have a panel.
yeah, fuck around, have some different shit go on.
Yeah, that might be lit.
Next summer,
Jahaz,
bullshit.
Jahaz gave like an idea of like just like a podcast where like he was like, we just need all the homies on one pod. And in my head, I'm like, ain't enough mics for that. But if we did it like back on Fig style where niggas is just passing the mic like, nah, that ain't even what happened. That shit might be kind of funny.
Yeah, that shit
might be kind of funny.
But on to the next topic, like doing things for money versus doing things for purpose. And this shit has been on my timeline a lot lately. And I've been thinking about it a lot, like, just like a lot of people are just doing things for money and not for themselves. And then they wonder why they don't feel fulfilled or, you know, they don't feel like they're just feeling like they're doing it for the machine and not themselves, in a way.
Right.
And I just watched a lot of clips, and I'm like, damn, this is a good. I feel like it's a good time to talk about it.
I think like people get too hyper fixated on one and not the other. Like I feel you can have both. It's tougher to have both, but it's a path of I have to do something for money to be able to fund what I want to do for my purpose. Because like I feel like especially as men, you have to work some shitty jobs in order to make ends meet, in order to be able to do certain things and aspects of your life. And that's the same thing with doing things for money and for purpose. You have to have this job that makes a certain amount of money so you can fund what you need to do, prioritize what you need, and then be able to go and delve into your purpose. Because like with coaching, that's what a lot of this is. Like it's not super lucrative to go and be a high school coach. It's not super lucrative to be a junior high coach unless like you're teaching at the school, and even then like it's not that luxurious.
Yeah.
So when you're doing things like you're giving back to the kids, you have these moments where you feel your purpose. It's not like you'll ever feel like, oh, none of this shit is worth it. Because you're sacrificing for your purpose, you get something out of it, you get some type of fulfillment from it.
Yeah. And what about you, Cam? How do you feel about it?
No, I agree with y'all. Because even like how we was talking about the last pod barely, like even for the studio, like I almost just feel like I was working to like fund that. Or like, you know, a lot of this shit I just pay for out of pocket. Like a lot of these cameras, a lot of, you know, lights, mics, I just pay for it out of pocket because I'm like, I don't know, like I'd rather do this. I think if money's on the top of your priority list, then I almost think you need to rearrange your priority list. Because like if you do stuff for the love and for your purpose, then the money's gonna come eventually. If you can be patient with that, then like usually you good. And even down to like how like, you know, I make music or whatever. Like in my head, when I be talking about people, I almost hate when they be like, oh, if you just get a hit record and blow up. And I'm like, well, what if I just want to be an underground rapper my whole life?
Yeah.
Because like, I don't, to be completely honest with you, I want to be Drake.
Oh, it's too much that comes with the fame.
Yeah, I want to be Dom Kennedy, nigga.
Yeah, that's...
Where I can do a show and I can go home. I can hit the grocery store, might not talk to a single soul. If a nigga like me see Dom though, he take the pick.
Hell yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's true.
And that's the thing too, is like, even in the aspect of like, I talk to certain women, they're like, man, I should just start stripping. I should just start OnlyFans. And like, that's their way. And I'm like, but what's your end goal? And like, I'm like, and you only, because a lot of people make I understand like you're supposed to think about yourself, but like how myself, I can't just think about myself because I got 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I do things, I got to do it not just for me. I got to do it for 2 kids too. And like I always think about my family too. So I'm like, what happened if my mom was on OnlyFans type shit? Like, what? How would I feel? I go to school with my niggas and then see my mom do this and this and that, this and that. And so like, I think a lot of these women, as funny as it seems, like I'm serious, like.
Nah, man.
Think about how these
this
kids is
y'all
gonna
shouldn't
feel.
have gave me the liquor because I agree with you, but it's funny now. It's funny because I've been drinking. Nah, but I agree with you because like, could you just imagine like the way we used to be giving it up on the playground and shit like that? Man, don't get in no roast battle with me on the playground. I'll be like, nigga, I seen your mama booty on OnlyFans. Like what? Like some of y'all women with OnlyFans is really gonna cause y'all kids some trauma. I seen your mama popping pussy. Yeah, let the junior high happen. Nigga, I pay for your mama OnlyFans, bitch, nigga.
Yeah, you know
like, what?
But do you really think it's gonna get to that point though?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think
don't
it's
think
already
so.
there.
I don't
It's
think
already
so.
I
there.
think it's already there.
If they on the
Little
internet,
Timmy-
yeah.
I think it's already there.
Nigga, every kid got a phone. You see Kanye's kid flipping off the camera. This nigga, I don't even know if this nigga in junior high. This nigga is flipping off the camera. He got a phone. They know all this shit. TikTok and all this
And
shit.
see, that's what he right because like, and you a little younger than us. So like when I was in high school was when we first got Twitter. And
Boy, yeah.
niggas was saying the wildest shit on Twitter, subtweeting each other, talking about each other's girlfriends and all kind of other shit. So
Oh
like,
yeah, I was there liking the tweets of such and such and such and such.
So that's what I'm saying. So we was on there wilding like that
Imagine
as
the
friends.
access.
Just imagine like if I can just go see like a nigga that I don't like and his mama popping pussy on the internet. Nigga, I'm going to pay that $10 and I'm going to bully this nigga.
He taking it. This nigga's taking it.
What do you mean that's crazy?
Niggas got
and
That's-
now-
hate and they hard.
Nah, but come on, man. As a 16-year-old, that's accurate. If I was 16 years old, I would do that. Oh, his mama OnlyFans costs $10 this month? Let me get it. I'm gonna screenshot the shit.
and
I got
now-
ammo. Don't say nothing to me at this lunch table, nigga, or your mama pussy getting showed to everybody.
See, that's crazy. But see, I wouldn't go that far. I would be like,
shit.
nigga, I pay for this shirt right here. And then I'm gonna let him figure it out. I gave this $10.
Nope.
No, see, it ain't gonna
I'll
be.
try to break a nigga down.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna be like, damn! I paid for the I paid for the extra. I'm talking to her right now. She sent me some private shit.
I seen your mama's areolas. Your mama shit shaved, nigga. I'm telling
Y'all
you.
got a cool shower over there. Can I go over there? I'm about to go
And
over
then
there.
look, here come Coach Moore. You seen the
That's crazy, sir.
Hey, don't bring no more liquor to this spot.
Even though that was comedy. I don't even
That's
know
getting
that
bleeped. That's getting bleeped. No. You know he would have did that shit. Shit, he might have shown it to me. Nigga. But Cam, I know you already seen it. Come on.
But yeah.
I gotta bleep that out. Shout out to my nigga, man.
He said, I went tier 2, you went tier 1. You gotta go tier 2.
Man.
But yeah, the
Oh my God.
the only
Hey, no more liquor allowed on this pod, dog. That's crazy.
only on
Niggas-
special occasions.
Nah, niggas is acting up.
But yeah, like I would have been crazy. You would have got clowned on the playground. Let me have it in 4K. Oh yeah, it's going up.
What happened the first time you realized your friend's mom was attractive?
Hey,
That's a valid question.
everybody's been to
That's a
the
valid
homie's
question.
house where their mom was looking nice.
And it ain't even like on some like she always been nice, but it was just like that one day you seen her, you was like, oh, okay.
I just remember I said some slick shit one time and then felt bad about it. So one of my homies, his mom, she probably still look good to be honest with you, because she ain't even that much older than us. She ain't even 50 yet. So she
Yeah.
probably still look
She
all right.
ain't even 50 yet. Nigga, she's a peer to you.
Yeah, I think she had him at 15,
Yeah.
and he 2 years younger than me. So, but anyway, so his homie, one day we was talking and he told me he was going over to his house, and I was like, oh, who all gonna be over there? And then he just started naming his family, and I was like, his mama gonna be there? He was like, yeah. I said, because she was supposed to be cooking something. I said, she gonna be running around them little ass shorts that she be running around. And as soon as I said that, I felt bad. And he was like, come on, man. I said, yeah, my bad, bro. I said, I shouldn't even be acting like that. I said, but you know she fine.
I feel like it's a natural thing, like, just to, you know.
But you can't put it like that. You gotta have a little decorum when you.
Yeah, yeah. It's a natural
wilding.
thing to think, like, a woman is attractive. So I'm like,
Yeah.
But I just think if it's somebody's mom, I don't even be trying to look at it.
yeah, you shouldn't be trying to, like,
I'm about,
hey.
nah, this is why I'm about to bleep this shit out too. That's why you don't bring liquor to the pod. That's why when y'all be showing that I be like, nigga, I can't look at this.
That was a
That's
house I
crazy.
used to
You
go
had-
to.
You had the whole filtered, intrusive thought and still said it. Don't blame it on the liquor, nigga. You chose to say
It is the
say
liquor,
that.
because if it
You
wasn't the liquor,
chose to say
that's that
that.
liquid courage, nigga.
Bleep, 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 bleep. But
Yeah, I gotta bleep it out.
no, I used to go to people's mom's house. I used to be like, they mom look good. I could see why they daddy was in it.
Hey yo, the worst is when like you be over at a shorty house that you really fuck with, and then you see her mom,
Ooh.
and then you see the dad. You be looking at pops like,
Nah, that honestly be making me feel good because I'm like, if I see your mom and your mom look good, that mean that she about to age well. That means
but you like white women, so it's not in the cards ever.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
There's some
It's
of
a
them.
couple of them that be aged well.
They look like cover girls. Don't get it twisted. There's a couple of them. It's like,
Yeah.
How old is the oldest bad one?
Well, like to be honest with you, like my baby mom's mom, her mom was all right.
How old was she?
Shit, if my mom 50, she like 52. She was all right at 52 though. Like all right 52.
I seen.
To the point where I almost tried to hook her. She was all right.
Oh damn.
Was going through some shit. I said, I should put him. I told her, I went to her talking about, hey, I should try to hook your mom up, huh? She was with it, and then like, but her mom went and got back with
oh boy.
yeah.
Hate when that happens.
But yeah,
We were showing her pictures and everything. She was like, he is kind of handsome. I was like, he's just a little short, but I promise you, he that nigga.
well, yeah, I seen a few of them.
I might have to bleep his name out too, because they was going through their shit too when that all that happened.
Yeah,
Oh.
but find ones where, you know, they in their late 40s, early 50s, and I was like, damn, okay.
How much?
I wonder what alkaline water you drinking, what pH balance you drinking in that water. You drinking essential or smart?
How much older than you does she have to be to like be in that like MILF cougar category? Or like how? Let me rephrase that. How old? What's the age limit of
MILF cougar?
You are old and still fine.
I think when you start getting to 40, around 40 and up.
Nah, see, I think about 15 years, because at 15 you can have a kid. Granted, you probably shouldn't, but I'm just saying, like about 15 years. So you get about 45 to me, you a cougar.
Cause you're 30. You're 30, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
like, you know what I'm saying? 10 years ain't nothing. 15 years is a long time.
10 years is...
10 years is a long time, but I'm just saying, like, that's still in the age group.
What about 11 years?
It's still near. It's a little weird, but it's still near.
Okay.
Because motherfuckers gonna be saying about that us. We get 35, all the little 21-year-olds gonna be like, oh, them niggas right there.
Old
I
nigga got the... Look
Yeah,
at
them
him.
old- Yeah, them old niggas got the juice. You might have knocked one of them down.
I feel that already. I'm 27, talking to shorties that's 22. So many discrepancies. I'm like, shorty, come on, man.
They a lot more immature, like
Yeah.
they're a lot more immature at 20 to 23 than we was.
Yeah, but you got to see what they grew up in a different internet area than we. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to realize the
learn
environment
it
someone
faster.
grew up in, and like realize like when you was born, like fucking, I was in junior high.
And this is
Type
also
shit.
back to your comment about not having enough experience. They're
Yeah.
all learning from others' experiences through the internet. If we didn't go through it, we didn't necessarily learn it.
Yeah. Cause we're like the last era of like house phone, like
That's
all
mad
type shit.
facts. That's mad facts.
It's
Yeah.
it's true. Like they know what's going on, but it's not really known. They're
Yeah.
inferring what's going on from other people's shared experiences.
Yeah.
But realistically, if you took the population, I would assume that like only 30% of it, 30 to 40% of it actually goes through the same trials and tribulations as another
Yeah.
group.
I feel like we went through like the organic shit. They're going through the artificial shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how could you blame them? You know what I'm saying? If that's their environment.
The only reason I could blame them is because a lot of the times, like he's saying, they just ain't touched enough grass and laid enough cement to say stuff with such conviction.
Yeah, but I feel like we did the same thing at that age. But
Not really.
Yeah.
Like if you take if you took like relationships in like cheating in relationships,
Mhm.
we know of relationships where people are cheating, and we've had to go through those experiences of I gotta hold my homie down, or
Yeah.
damn I gotta tell my homie he really doing wrong, he really got a good one, or I seen she's doing dirt, I gotta go and tell, like those types of situations. Whereas them on the back end, they're learning it from like a TV show, or they're learning it from a podcast where people can be like a lot of it could be fabricated. They're not experiencing it firsthand, so that's the difference.
yeah. So yeah, like we had the organic shit, they had the artificial. You
But
know
it's
what I mean?
not like, but it's not like to a detriment. It's not like you could shoot them bail for it because they're just adding into it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you could shoot them bail for it, but it's the way these young people go about it is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I get it. That's how they grew up. But like saying shit with such conviction from information and not experience almost make you sound stupider than you really think to somebody with experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You want
I like that's like me going to tell a mechanic how to work on my car. Obviously, I don't know. That's why I'm paying you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they want to sit here and they get information from A, B, C, and D and try to apply it to some experience that they ain't even experienced. And then, like, you kind of just be looking at these young people crazy, like, nigga, you don't know nothing about that. It's just the same shit they used to tell us. Like, when we be joking, clowning, y'all niggas don't even know about that. They was right.
Yeah.
We didn't know about it. But, like, we didn't say it with the conviction that they say it. They think it's fact because they seen it on the internet.
Yeah. It's a lot of blurred lines into it nowadays, I feel like. And that's the crazy thing even about my kids. Like, I even look at the cartoons that they watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cartoons they watch and the cartoons I was growing up to, I feel like it almost makes you softer and shit. Because like I used to see niggas get an anvil dropped on their head and they was running 10 seconds later. Now they're in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like subconsciously it puts something to that. Like we'll learn to like roll with the punches and they're like, well, how do I feel about this punch?
Don't matter. Get up.
It's just how you said about the women. Like, it's not what you do, it's how you feel. And I feel like we're in an era of feelings. And not enough like
I feel
fuck
like,
my feelings right now. I gotta get this done.
Which is honestly legit, though, because I honestly feel like if they would have taught our generation more feelings, then, like, we probably would go through life a little more different, too.
I also feel like we shouldn't. It shouldn't
be labeled as feelings. I feel like it almost, if we were to flip it to like just being self-aware, then we can get out of feelings. Because like if you say, oh, you're in your feelings, it's like, well, yeah, like any normal person is going to be in a feeling, whether they're feeling happy, whether they're feeling sad, whether they're feeling depressed, feeling indifferent. Like they're going to feel, you should feel something. Even when you feel empty, you do generally feel that type of feeling. So if you say, all right, let's be more, I'm more self-aware. I'm known like, all right, I know I'm sad right now, but like I can push through. I can keep going and keep doing what I need to do or something like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is almost like the same conversation we had when Jahaz was on here, where it's just like sometimes it's just like as a man and a black man, it's almost like you're not allowed to feel certain shit. You're just supposed to put your head down and keep pushing, which is cool or whatever. But like,
but I feel like that doesn't mean you don't acknowledge it though. I still feel like
sometimes,
but I feel like you should. Like I know, like as black men we don't, but I feel like we can't not acknowledge it. Like not saying I have to acknowledge it, acknowledge yours, or you have to acknowledge mine. But when I feel something to myself, like I have to like take it upon myself to be like, damn, that really hurt me, or this makes me feel a way. I can see it, but then I have to internalize it to keep going or keep doing something else. So I at least know it's there. So when I have a moment and I can come back to it, I come back to it instead of, oh, it happened, I'm gonna just let it go and keep going, or like I'm gonna just keep tugging it down until it just bubbles up and something else tragic happens.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like feeling your feelings is a luxury. You know what I'm saying? Like in these other countries and in this other part of the world, like they got to get business done. Still, no matter how they feel, they still got to get business done. And not saying that we can't feel our feelings, but we need a piece of that also where we're getting things done. Like we're getting to the point.
Absolutely.
And not just being, oh, how you feel.
well, then I think it's up to almost our generation to really do that then, because like for us, we wasn't allowed the luxury of having the feelings for the most part. For the motherfuckers a little younger than us, all they want to do is feel shit and don't want to come up with a fucking solution.
Yeah.
So I think like when we have kids and be mentors and shit like that, we gotta have the perfect balance for the kids for that. They're like, if ABC happens, you're gonna feel some type of way, but like, you good. My mom used to tell me sometimes, she would be like, yeah, nigga, you get a day. That's it. It didn't matter what it was. She said, you a man, nigga, you get a day.
And, you know, also, like, heaven forbid that we do have, like, another pandemic or another, like, national, global, like, something happen. Like, that generation of kids are going to be much better well off. Because there's a whole generation of kids from ages 5 to 18 that had to go through a period of their life where nobody had answers. Not your parents, not, like, the government in some retrospect. Like, they were looking for answers just as much as they were. So all they had to do was sit and feel, sit with themselves versus life is still going on. Life literally stopped for them for a period of time.
Send another pandemic. I could use one.
Yeah, and then, but even like I'm still learning how to be a parent, honestly, because I feel like you learn every day because you're in new situations. But with my son, I got to raise him to be, you know, something. So, like, I tell him, like, yeah, he might fall or something. And, like, the first few times he fell, like, he was crying and shit. And I was like, hey, man, I would just sit him down and be like, if you ain't dead or nothing, like, man, just get up because, shit, life's going to hurt. So the other day he fell and he did the Spider-Man shit where it was like, and my mom was like, are you okay? He's like, And he just got up and kept going. And I was like, that's what you need. You need the anvil to hit you like the cartoon and keep going. Because sometimes, like, ain't nobody gonna kiss your wound. Like,
Facts.
you got to get up and get to it. And I got to teach him that, not only as a growing up as a boy, but as a black boy. Like, and in this time, in this era where, you know, it's just different. Like, I see kids, like, they have assemblies about cyberbullying. Like, I ain't never, that shit didn't go on in our era. Niggas was clouding your picture on MySpace, nigga.
On top of that, just like Tyler the Creator said, the fucking cyberbullying, nigga. Cut off the computer.
Oh, you could get like fined and all this shit nowadays.
That shit ain't real. Cyberbullying is fake. Cut off the computer, put the phone down. You ain't gotta acknowledge that shit, bro.
Yeah. So the fuck is podcasting? Let Cam talk about what he wants to talk about. Don't be blowing up his phone. Get out of his inbox. Leave him alone.
We shouldn't have to bleep this shit.
I shouldn't have to.
Listen, if Cam wants to be a tier 3 member, he shouldn't have to go through his homie. Like, it's just what it is.
Man, look, man. I'm just saying, man.
We got another topic about tricking.
Oh,
Ain't tricking if you got it.
It's tricking if you got it.
It's tricking. It's all tricking.
Hey,
if you're being tricked on, is it sex work? Is that what you said?
Yeah, okay. So listen, here's a tweet. I'm going to pull it up and read it for y'all. What's a sex work opinion that'll have y'all, and then it's a meme, right? This man said, if a nigga got to pay your bills or car notes to smash, you are a sex worker, and vice versa. If you got a woman shopping and all this extra shit to smash, you pay for pussy. Ain't no way around it.
Hey, I don't want to be the one to agree with that, but I kind of agree because I tell all my female friends, if that nigga leads with money, he's a lame.
Yeah.
He's tricking. He don't got nothing else to offer you besides bread and items to get your attention because he's a lame ass nigga.
That's why I was saying.
That's what Cameron said. I co-signed.
If you ain't getting attention from a woman, unless you spend some bread, you don't need that attention. Like, that's a crazy. You might as well go to the strip club.
That's true.
And say if her mama's not around, wow, because that's all you're doing. I'm buying Starbucks, wow. Your TV, wow. Comcast, wow. T-Mobile, wow. Like, we're not doing that.
But what about? Okay, I agree. Okay, but what about the girl that's accepting it?
The girl that's accepting it?
Yeah.
Depending on what she's accepting, it could be considered sex work.
Yeah, and let's not just make it where niggas is just spending money. Some of these women are just asking for that flat out, like that's their rate.
Hey, matter of fact, I got a personal story about this. This just happened in Dallas, right? So get this, we in the line, we had this bar.
Yeah.
And the bar kind of looked like a ledge. So like how there's the second floor is like a bar or whatever, and the top floor is like the rooftop. Mm-hmm. So this bar kind of looked like that. So we're in line trying to get to the rooftop. Dog, it's these two bad black bitches, right? Where they look bad from a distance, and it was one in white, one in the brown. And me and Jahaz kept tapping each other like, damn, the one in the brown, da da da. So, man, they come up to us and start talking. The one in the brown wasn't really saying too much, but the one in the white, she was doing all the talking. So, like, when we was, like, talking to her, she was like, where y'all from? I was like, Utah. She was like, why you out here? I was like, oh, we just went to the Drake concert last night. She was like, you should have took me. Boom, red flag already went up. Mm-hmm. I just went along with it. I'm like, shit, if you would have called me about 4 days ago, I might have got you in. So we get up top or whatever, right? I'm in line at the bar, and Jahaz wasn't drinking, so he going over there to get some water. They go up to him and was just like, we want y'all to buy us a drink. Mind you, I know nothing about this. They said, we want y'all to buy us a drink. Jahaz said, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't tricking. Bet. So he come up to me in the line. In the line, he said, hey, them girls want you to buy them a drink. I said, who? I look over, he was like, them. And it was the ones we was in the line with. I said, man, I can't be caught outside the city tricking, bro. I don't be rolling like that. Yeah. Mind you, I didn't know Jahaz said that to him. So he goes up to them and was like, my nigga said he ain't tricking either. These bitches stormed off. Like, stormed off hot. Stepped on Devon's shoes, all kind of shit, because they were so mad that they didn't even see the nigga when they was walking away. So as soon as she said that, yeah, you should have took me to the Drake concert. I was like, yeah, all right. You didn't even know me.
Yeah, that's absolutely
So,
tricking.
and he need to get back on his pod because he had a point about how, like, a lot of these girls that be accepting stuff like that don't even really know it's tricking. They really be thinking that, like, that's how it's supposed to be.
They think that's courting.
Yeah.
No, courting and tricking are not the same.
Right.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
big
Is like a lot of
difference.
women think this is the par, this is the rate that a nigga is supposed to go at, and part of it is because what they grew up with on the internet is motherfuckers going to Turks and flying the chick out here, buying her the Chanel bag over here, and what about the nigga that's making $22 an hour as a plumber, nigga? Like, he ain't doing all that.
Well, even more so, there should be no reason why women in Utah act like this, but they do. They're like, you're not in a big market like that. If you lived in Los Angeles, if you lived in the heart of New York, if you lived in the heart of Houston, like these big poppin' cities where there's a lot of action from NBA, NFL, shit, rappers, singer, ML, like that type of industry of dude, there should be no reason why you should act the way you act for tricking.
I'm about to sound sick. I used to love when I used to be outside and I would see dudes trick on a woman that I felt like I was trying to get at, and she went with him. I used to love to see that shit because I would just be like, oh, you lame anyway. Like, I don't even need to fuck with you then. Like, if that's what you on, I'm glad I know now.
It's like you're easily impressed.
Before they started running them pockets dry.
Yeah, they'll
Where they
run
go
for
for
the
the jugular,
They'll
run
go-
them pockets dry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, and a lot of girls think, I'm gonna just say it with me, because I don't know if a lot of girls think I don't get no women or something, or if they just see me happy doing my thing, they think, oh, this nigga's coming with it. I ain't coming with shit. Unless you show me that you worth something, I'm not paying no worth of nothing. So like, if we going to get, like, if you my girl, you don't have to ask for nothing. Like, we good. Like, we a team at that point. But, or even if we courting and we like getting like serious, we'll go out to eat. We'll do it up. You know what I mean? But just off the initial meetup, like asking for something, like, I don't even know. Find you an Uber or something. You need to find an Uber to the nearest cliff and jump off it, because I ain't like that. We is not doing none of that.
Right, and I don't actually mind courting. Like, I don't mind taking girls on dates and whatnot. But like,
But that shouldn't be a mind thing. That should be like a man. If there was like an actual like cut dry answers for this, that should be mandatory. Courting should be mandatory.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't mind courting. I don't mind dates. But like, as soon as you start asking for the extra shit, because if I really fuck with you, you gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get some shit anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When does courting turn into tricking?
I think when you're trying to go out of your means and when you try to impress someone by what you're spending, I think that's tricky.
Yeah, if you try to up her lifestyle or your lifestyle, right? So like, I'm a regular nigga out here, you know what I'm saying? You might get a Chanel bag on an occasion if I fuck with you like that, but like if I feel like the way to impress you is to take you to, I don't know, an expensive steakhouse and to buy you a bag, I'm tricking.
Yeah.
Because like, if you really fuck with me, nigga, we go get pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if she's really trying to give you the time of day, it doesn't matter what y'all are doing. It doesn't matter what item you brought to the table. If she's really trying to fuck with you, anything can be dope. Y'all could go get sushi for $20 if she really trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
So say y'all go, whether it's a date limit or a day limit, right? So whether she's been fucking with you for 3 dates or y'all been talking for 30 days, whatever it is, right? Say in that duration, she talks about, oh man, there's this like, I don't know. I don't want to say like a Chanel bag, but it's like a $150 hoodie, right? $150 hoodie that she wants. But it's over a court. Like, you don't get it for off rip. As soon as she brings it up, like, she brings it up, it's like, oh, yeah, my birthday's coming up. Woo, woo, woo. I have this hoodie I've been having my eye on, whatever. Days go by, a couple dates go by. You like the vibe, but y'all aren't exclusive. Y'all haven't talked about what y'all are. Y'all just still hanging out, for lack of a better term.
Like,
you buy her that hoodie. Is it tricking? Or is it courting?
it depends on the vibe. It depends on the vibe because, like, I've had situations where I felt, because I appreciate everything that someone does for me. So, like, this one shorty, she bought me hella clothes. Like, took me, probably spent, a cool little ticket on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, damn, you really fuck with me. Like, you... And I ain't spent nothing yet. This is before I spend a dime. Got me some fly shit. Like, shit I really I still got in the closet to this day. And so I was like, so when it was the birthday, hell yeah, I did it up. Because I was like, how Cameron said, that's our contract. That's what we doing. It's like, she did it up for me, I'll do it up for her type shit. I felt like I took it too far at one point, and Cam know what I'm talking about. I called him the day after. I was like, nigga, I think I was tricking because I spent a cool little something on some food that I had never spent on nothing. Like, I ain't never ate like that in my life.
But
it was just like a random spot. Like, I had never been there. I didn't know the prices, but it just went up. It was a good time, so I enjoyed it. but I felt like, the day after I woke up, I was like, damn, that might have been tricking.
That'll be another conversation I want to bring up.
What is when's the time you tricked?
No. Just when like your dating experiences turned into tricking. Or like the precedence, when the dating experiences turn into tricking, but also like when the precedence of buying gifts is set in your relationship. Like, if my love language isn't like gift giving, or like I'm not good at, or I just don't buy like over the top gifts, if someone does it for me, are they gonna expect it in return?
That's a good question, but I think it almost depends on, the contract pretty much. Because, like, I don't think I'm like I ain't gonna buy you a lot of gifts, but I think if I felt like I'll give you a need before I give you a gift. Mm-hmm. So, like, for example, like, your phone broke, I'll go pay $60 to $100 for a new screen for you before I buy you some dumb shit. Because, like, I'll spend my money on something purposeful for you before, like, I spend something on you for you to just be like, yeah, girl, he bought me this bag, he bought me these shoes. Nah, hey, fuck all that.
So her phone broke. You going to buy her a phone case or a new phone?
A screen. I ain't paying $1,000 for no phone. You get the screen, you get the other, and I got the plug at the little the shop. So or if they still work up in there, you know what I mean?
So you getting her a phone case?
Yeah,
if it's between a phone case and a phone,
I'm gonna get a case and I'll replace the screen. So what? I'm spending $200 versus $13? Nah, yeah.
But you said it's a need. That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm giving you the extremes of a phone case or a phone. Ain't no screen, bro.
Okay, you don't get no screen? You get the case. We'll prevent it from breaking more, all right? I'm not buying you no phone.
No,
we would have to be years deep for that.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, when does... But I'm a spontaneous motherfucker. When I'm dating somebody, I'm spontaneous. Like, so, like, you might... Like, I might not spend $1,000 on no flowers, but you might get some flowers just on a random ass day. Okay. Just because, like, that's just how I am.
Yeah, you're an optimistic.
I'm a optimistic romantic. So, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it up. Some days, I might do some Mac shit. You know what I'm saying? Fill up a little, a day where we both don't work, go get a hotel. You know what I mean? the koozie with the bottles, the rose petals, and do it up. Like that's the type of the vibes. So like, if that's tricking, then shit, I might be a trick. But no, I feel like you're supposed to keep it like spicy and shit.
Oh yeah, I feel like there's no tricking when y'all are like officially together for sure.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Like I didn't done it up like I didn't did shit like went to Wendover but got the suite because shorty ain't gambled, and then like did the suite up cool. But the homies was coming to gamble anyway, but still have it with my shorty. You know what I mean?
So yeah, if we not established and locked in like official, yeah, I'm not taking you outside of state lines.
You're not taking her outside of state.
I may not even take her outside of county lines.
Oh yeah. But I've also had girls like
We're gonna go back to Chipotle, shorty.
you're not taking her out the county?
Nah. If she not mine, if she
Nigga ain't going from Davis to Weaver County. He said, "You think we going to Ogden, bitch?
You think we going to
You
25th?
think we going to Ogden?
We going right over here to Summit.
on me, what? You better hope.
And they
hope
kitchen
too
is
hot in
closed
your
right
area.
now. Their kitchen is closed. You getting 2 drinks and we playing some pool.
You feeling Chinese? We going right here to Panda Express.
That's crazy.
He said China Hill is closed.
You wanna get some out? You want a drink? All right, let's go to About Time.
That is crazy.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, taking them across state lines is the move, to be honest. They can't go nowhere.
I need to put you somewhere where nobody can find you.
They can't do shit but throw that ass. Where's she gonna go?
Your mama is not around. Daddy is not around. I'm about to take you to Tempe, and I hope you pop that pussy on the ground.
That might be the name of the pod. Your mama is not around.
He almost sounded like
Mama is not around.
I was low key. This nigga sounded like a serial killer when he said that.
She can't go
Nowhere. I said,
She got a
damn.
choice.
This sounds like a
look,
Lifetime original
Nah, but
movie.
you gotta play. You gotta play.
That's a great segue into my hate because I needed that because I'm not letting Drake get this off because this was insane.
Oh, the scissor track.
Yes, I'm not letting him get that because what's this shit you call it? Slime you out.
Oh, and at the concert I was at, he played that shit over the speaker. It was like the premiere, and like when he played this shit, me and Devon like looked at each other and was like, I don't know about this shit. And then like so we sat there for a minute. As soon as Sizzle's part came on, I was like, bro, you good? He was like, yeah. We just dipped. While everybody else was sitting there listening to it, we was like, that shit trash, low key. And the way Drake was singing in that song, you could tell he wrote that song for the SZA feature. Like that was her own whole little melody, how she always be singing and shit.
Yeah, that's where it's like a favor. How do it be a favor? Because they've been talking shit to each other for years now.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, we got a song. Okay, first off, I like the song. I like the song for the first 45 seconds.
Oh, when he started talking about it, like you
He
women.
said, I don't know what's wrong with you girls. I feel like y'all don't need love. You need somebody who can micromanage you. Wow. That's it.
That's a bar.
I was like, all right, good. You know what I'm saying? Tell you right from wrong. Who's smart, who's the fool, which utensil to use for which food. That's a flex. And that's also tricking. Yeah. I got a schedule to attend to, though. Then he gets into his shit. You bitches really get carried away. Making mistakes, beg me to stay. Got me wigging on you like arrogant Tay. You got my mind in a terrible place. Like the song. I'm still vibing with it. Whipped and chained you like American slaves. Now, are we going to let a Canadian light skin?
OVO Donte.
I'm out of OVO. Take that shit out. I'm out of OVO, Drake.
I like
Canadian ass nigga.
Whipped and chained you like American slave. And he didn't just say it once.
I can't play that. I got a
Oh, he
black
said it
fist on
twice?
my
No, he ain't say it twice.
I think
can't
that was
play
the hook.
I got a black fist on my arm,
No, that was
Jake.
in his verse.
What are we doing?
He said something about that shit again. I swear that was like the hook.
Nah, that's just the. Yeah, that's just the first verse. And again, like I'm still like
I'm lying.
ride for Drake, but like I'm not letting this single get the clout.
Yeah,
it's gonna
and
get.
then you start talking about some bullshit ass. He put out the calendar of like going through it with a shorty, and I was like, that ain't my calendar, nigga. I don't know who you made this song for. It must be SZA, but that ain't my calendar with no shorty. Because as soon as you start acting up to a point, yeah, it's over with. Exit stage left.
Yeah,
I'm not going through a whole year of bullshit.
that song's straight ass.
It's not it. It's not what I was expect. When I see Drake and SZA, I expect like,
And that was not
Pure
for the
Fuego.
dogs.
Yeah, it was not for no dogs, bro.
oh, getting the people that watched him on a song. SZA watched him on that. SZA did her thing.
I'm gonna just take
But
your
it's a
word
SZA
for
song,
it. I wouldn't
honestly.
know. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He
Yeah,
was
it's a
even
SZA
singing in her
song.
little up and down key that she be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just sounded like the even the flow of it just sounded like SZA, man. It just
That
Yeah,
line
man.
was almost as worse as the Biggie line.
what Biggie say?
Biggie said, "You look so good, I'll suck your daddy dick."
Hey, you want to hear a funny story about that, right? So when Jerk,
Damn, you didn't.
nah, I did.
That is crazy.
That's funny. That's hella funny. That's hella funny. Nah, man. So like when jerking music was a thing, how they used to take a line and fucking scratch it. So like how I had that Ludacris line where it was like, "How you ain't gonna fuck, bitch? I'm me," and they kept repeating it. Man, so we was like 16 years old, and I had the Fruity Loops torn, right? And we was like, me, Antoine, and Oscar was like, "Yo, let's make a jerking song." I was like, "All right, bet." I said, "What line should I like try to find and take from it?" Oscar was like, "You should do that Biggie line." I said, "Which one?"
That
He
is
said, "You look so good. I suck on your daddy's dick." I said,
man, we ain't making this goddamn song.
"Yeah." I was like, "Nigga, I'm not doing that." I was like, "That's mad gay. Like, I can't jerk to that." He was like, "Nah, just think about it. When you put the scratches on it and be like, I suck on your daddy's dick. I suck on your daddy's dick. I suck."
That is crazy.
Ass niggas is jerk.
Yo, I'm looking
Niggas doing the reject to that.
I'm looking at this nigga, man, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, we need a pod with all the
Hey,
homies because
I'll
I gotta ask
I
him
will tell you
where
what,
he was thinking about that.
no song was made after that. I was like, I don't want to be a part of this
Yeah, the
anymore.
session is over.
Oh yeah, we need the group pod because I need an intervention with this motherfucker about that shit.
I looked at this dude. I was like, "What?" He said, "Put
We
the
might have
scratches on it."
We might have not been friends.
Your daddy's dick. That shit would be crazy. I
Hey.
was like, nigga,
We might not be friends after that.
you should have,
You looking at his mom's, he looking at your daddy. That's crazy.
bro. You should have seen how I looked at that dude. I was like, man, nah, no song was made after that either. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, this studio session is over. But I was laughing so damn hard. That shit was funny though.
He did the Diddy shit. Studio
Yeah,
closed.
bro. I'm telling you, I went and turned on 2K, and then once I thought about what he said, I just fell out laughing. I really just fell out laughing because I think he was being dead ass. Like he might tell you he was joking, but I think he was being dead ass.
That is.
Oh, like, that's crazy.
Oh man, that
We had one last topic we can get into if y'all want. It was the black funeral.
Yeah, the black funeral.
What's the whoa?
As-
like
as you-
just funeral as black people?
Yeah, just a
Okay.
funeral as black people. Because I felt like even like last pod when we was talking about like we need to start coaching Utah on, black culture. Because I feel like understanding, once you have that understanding, then it makes it a better place for everybody. Like how I was talking about the Sprite, how black people is with Sprite. But like the black funeral, when someone passes, a lot of people like bring food to the family house and stuff. Which I'll say it right now, I'm tired of chicken. we got to do something better as black people. We got to stop bringing just fried chicken every day to somebody's house. Bring something else. What? Nah. There's only so much KFC and Harmon's and shit you can eat.
If you bring
With
KFC
potatoes.
to the funeral, that's disrespect.
Well, not to the funeral, but you know how like during the weeks before or the week before,
Yeah,
people
where you
just-
got to get the family meal, so you get a big ass bucket of chicken from somewhere. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Okay.
Everybody just bring chicken and rolls and potato salad and shit. I'm like, hey, you know, and there'll be like certain people that bring some other shit. You know, they might bring like the little platter with the ham, turkey, and all that roast beef and the cheeses on the side and shit. Some people bring, you know, pre-made shit that
Right.
come through, but I feel like during the funeral, that's the most you ever eat chicken during the year. Is like that week. I swear I ate so much chicken. But even as a black funeral too, is like people fly out. You got to make room for everyone, and it's just like a whole event.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do y'all have to say about like the black funeral experience and what you like and what you don't like about it?
Personally, I just don't like funerals in general.
But they gonna happen.
Yeah, they gonna happen, but I say that to preface as like I'm not like as observant at a funeral to say like what the traditions are, like things that I don't like or dislike.
Yeah.
Because I think I look at funerals as just a celebration for people versus everybody's like upset, sad, and like very emotional, you know.
Yeah. What about you?
Usually the funerals is cool, man. But I think what bothers me about the whole thing is that like, it almost feel like you can't get your family together unless it is a funeral.
Yeah.
But then they
Yeah.
be acting like that y'all just the closest people of all time, and I'm like, nigga, I ain't seen you since such and such died. Like
Yeah.
we ain't even fly like that because like, why we only get together when somebody die? Like, where's the
Exactly.
positive black family gatherings at?
Yeah.
And that's one thing I will give. You know, my dad's side of the family is like since basically since my uncle passed, like we do just try to. Even before he passed, actually, the last event he went to, we just had a family reunion just because. So that's one thing I will give his side of the family. They try to get us together, stuff like that. I'll give my dad's side of the family that. But like still, like it just almost just seemed like, you know, it's not enough. Like I don't just feel like it's not enough. And it could be, you know, everybody got their own life, everybody's so far apart, but you know, when we really be sitting down and talk about, you know, the upbringing of black people and the black family and shit like that, like the families just aren't that close.
Yeah. And I'll honestly say that, like, sometimes I feel like my friends is closer to being like Cam is closer to being like my family than some of my own family is. It to be honest, because like even when I went to like my dad's funeral, like I hadn't seen them people since I was 15 years old. I was now 29 years old.
Lived
So-
like a couple different lives already.
Yeah, like I done been through things. Y'all don't know when my birthday is. Like, it's a thing where I feel like, too, is like how we said we don't know our lineage. Like how I was talking about one day, the girl I was dating, her grandma tried to look up my lineage and they couldn't find anything past my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we don't even know some of our cousins and shit because we don't sit down and we don't have that conversation. And now, how I say we so obsessed, like the phone is so accessible, like, and I feel like pride and shit will make you not call somebody like, oh, they haven't called me, well, fuck them. And I'm the person like, you know what, I'm gonna call them because you gotta know, because even in Utah, it's so small. We didn't had a couple close run-ins in my family where a cousin almost dated a cousin because we don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a conversation to be had. Like, we got to start calling our people making sure our people is okay, because there's no reason like every 5 Christmases you see him or a funeral you see him.
I feel like it's like that what you spoke on of like, oh yeah, they're not hitting me up, so why would I hit them up? And also like a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Like what we said, like on social media, I don't know if we said it on cam or if we said it off cam, but like in social media, like you can portray whatever image you want. You
Yeah.
follow all your cousins on social media, oh, cuz doing this, cuz doing that, cuz doing big things.
Yeah.
But realistically, like they got shit that of their own they going through.
Yeah.
So now you thinking they good, you think everything gravy over there, but realistically they have that same resentment that you could have of
Yeah.
man, this nigga not
This,
hitting me up.
this
Why
nigga
would I-
never hit me up, and I'm one of the ones I'll hit my cousins up like, you good? Da 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 da. Cause I know how it could be. Like, I got a cousin, he fighting a federal case right now, but on social media it looked great. He got the Young Dolph PRE chains and the Monte Carlos, the 6-4s and all that. But you fighting a federal case. You know what I'm saying? Your son might not see you for a long ass time, and just because of that, like, I'm one of them people too. Like, I think the kids is the future. So like, when I see my little cousins and shit, like, I like to, talk to them and be there and try to guide them through shit, because how I even said, like, out there, like the prioritizing bullshit is more, because like, you living in poverty, you just want to go see a Cleveland game, you want to go see the Steelers play or something.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it too. I almost feel like the generation before us sometimes didn't do a good job at keeping us around the same age together. So like, for example, like my dad, he don't know his real dad. So the dude that was his dad, like passed away like not too long ago. I ain't go to the funeral because I can't remember where I was I think it was around the same time I was going to LA for my other cousin's graduation. So I was already dipping out. But I ain't go to the funeral. And then one of my dad's other brother was like, man, I just wish like our kids was closer and blah, 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 this and that. And my dad told him, he was just like, I mean, like, I feel you, but that's realistically our fault. He was like, it's really our fault that like Cam don't know your daughter like that and they the same fucking age. I was like, yeah, you got a point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he told me that's the conversation that they had too, and I thought it was pretty dope, to be honest with you, because I was just like, because older people always be like, well, make sure you call your cousins, make sure you call your aunties, make sure you call your grandma.
Yeah.
But like, when I was younger, like, what job did you do to get me familiar with these people to make me comfortable to reach out to them even?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why even how he was saying, like, a lot of your friends are closer to you than, like, a lot of your family, because, like, a lot of the people before us didn't do a good job at keeping the family close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's even the thing too, is like, I feel like it's a lot of even the feelings like Cam, like I had like family members that came to my grandma's funeral that wouldn't say a word to me because they have beef with such and such and such and such and such and such. And it should be like, forgiveness is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
at a funeral, you gonna
Yeah,
still
you
hold
can't
the grudge?
You can't put that away for a day, nigga.
Yeah, like,
like, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple of my cousins I don't like, but you ain't never see me act up
Yeah.
when somebody done died.
like I'm gonna be real. Like, when I went to my dad's shit, his funeral, my aunts was talking mess about me. Like, they knew me, and I was hot. Like, I called them on the phone and almost, like, if I didn't have enough respect, I would have cussed them out. But I was like, at the end of the day, I ain't never asked nobody here for nothing. Y'all ain't never sent me a card. Y'all probably don't even know when my birthday is. Whatever. So, like, the fact that you feel like it's cool to, like, make a post about me on Facebook and whatever, that's y'all. Y'all gonna have to live with that at the end of the day, to the day you die. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be at my dad's funeral. I'm gonna do it up. And you could either live how you living on Facebook, or this is life right here. And one of my aunts, she called me for a minute when I left. but I haven't got a call or nothing. And there was a lot of internal stuff that went on where my dad I had flew out before he had even passed, and then when he passed, they had made up a will and did all this other stuff, and I was like, I don't care about things. I could always get things.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I say even the money and prioritizing, like, and your purpose. Like, fuck things. I could always get a thing. I could get a Rolex. I could get this. I could go get that.
Yeah.
But what you can't get is time with your nephew again.
Yep.
When you pass. So you can have the car, you can have this, you can have that, but you ain't gonna have the time with me, my kids, and all this stuff. And I'll put the pride aside. If you want to call me, I ain't gonna hesitate to answer a FaceTime call with you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you feel a certain way, then that's what it is.
Word up.
How old were y'all when y'all found out that white people were jumping the broom?
You said what? That white people was what?
Jumping the broom. Like, not just white people, but like interracial couples and white couples.
How old was I?
I'm not gonna lie, I never thought about it.
I never really thought about jumping.
You know what it means?
Getting married?
Jumping the broom.
No.
So like, back when slaves like would get married, and they didn't like have rings, or like they had to do secret ceremonies, the way like they would solidify it was by jumping over the broom. That's why black families, when they get married, they jump the broom.
Okay. No. I knew that, but I'm confused at where you're trying to go.
He's
with
trying
this.
to say
I'm
that
just
white people
asking.
jump over the broom
Yeah.
when it was a slave thing. That's what he's trying to say. I knew what like getting married and jumping the broom. I had watched the movie and shit.
Yeah. So how old were you when you found out that white people do that?
Today.
Today.
Like that's why I'm like I ain't never seen it.
White, well, maybe not like just white couples, but like interracial couples. Like if you are a black man,
Am I supposed to?
Like Cam, like you know when you get married, you can't jump a broom, right?
Oh man, dog. If my white girl ever even thought about jumping a broom,
Oh, he already
your
planned
daddy
it.
is not around. I'm fucking with you.
No,
I'm fucking with you.
so you planning on marrying a white woman?
Nah, I'm just saying if I
No,
do.
no, you said your wife.
If you want me to be completely honest with you, if I marry a black woman, we not jumping a broom. We not slaves, nigga. We all right. We not jumping this broom. We got rings. We're fine.
This is another topic we need to have is niggas want to disown slave shit when it comes to certain shit, but they don't want to disown it when it comes to the other shit. Like niggas still want to eat chitlins. They ate that as slaves.
Chillins is fire though.
I'm not eating no slave shit.
Chillins is fire. I'm just
But
saying.
you'll eat chitlins, but you won't jump over the
I'm
broom.
not jumping the broom, dog.
You eating chitlins?
I'm not jumping the broom, bro.
To be honest, I can't verify that I've had chitlins before. I may have had them as a child, but I can't remember.
You're not missing nothing too crazy. Like they cool. I thought they was
I know
good.
they smell awful.
Yeah, they stay. You gotta get out the house.
I've ate a chitlin as a kid, and I never wanted to eat the shit again. I said it looked like. My grandpa used to say it looked like chicken, but it tastes like doo doo.
My aunt and my grandma both used to make the bomb ass chillins.
Have you ever seen fried chitlins?
Nah, I ain't never had no fried chillins.
Motherfuckers will fry them up. Them shit stink worse when they
That
fried up.
That shit sound like a clogged artery.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but like, nah, I ain't jumping no broom, dog. But yeah, we put that on the topic for next time. And slave shit that like, I guess we still do that we probably need to get rid of. Maybe we just look at that because
Slave shit that we just need to get rid of, including like our eating habits.
right.
Shout out Damien, man. He been telling me like every time cause I only really post when I fry shit up or do some crazy shit that people don't normally eat. And he'd be like, motherfucker, you can't keep eating this fried shit, motherfucker, type shit. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. You're right. I should post a salad or some shit sometimes that I be eating on the regular, but this shit just go off crazy, the fried shrimp. He's like, you just going crazy with the fried shit. But shout out Damien. That's one of my favorite humans on the planet, man.
Shout out Damien. We need to get him on the pod for his birthday or something. His wife said that she trying to come too.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
remember she
we
said
about
she-
to start having more guests on here.
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple. You know what I'm saying? We
About
got
to-
we got the real P, the first guest, the realest
The-
P of all
The
time,
real P.
the biggest P.
We can't have no
Pause.
drinks on that pod.
He don't drink.
Oh yeah, he don't.
We'll have the alkaline water on deck.
That's how I know he a real P. He don't even
Sparkling
drink.
water.
Caught this nigga at the bar drinking mocktails. I said, bro, you drinking? He said, nah, man, it's just a little mocktail. Yeah, it was like orange juice, grenadine, and whipped cream on it. I was like, what you drinking, a milkshake? I thought he had like some like a pina colada or some shit. And he was like, nah, he said, this a little mocktail. I was like, you
Okay.
that nigga, man.
I don't have to take that.
Nah, we got some game for y'all. Got some real game for y'all.
Some real game. I'm gonna ask him what topics he want to.
And shout out, and still, I want Sprite to sponsor us. Whoever want to sponsor us, man, come sponsor us. Sprite, please come sponsor us.
Sprite, maybe Arbor Mist. JoJo, like JoJo, you hear me? Come on, come home, please.
You know, I'll take a few OnlyFans models to sponsor us if they want to go through.
the pod will be releasing on OnlyFans.
No, this man is crazy. He gonna be potting. He gonna be getting that. Bitch is gonna be twerking. We trying to. Your daddy is not around. This man is crazy.
Hey,
This pot to be on X videos fucking with you. The fuck are you talking about?
purpose. We got to talk about purpose and money, too.
Oh my God.
If the OnlyFans models want to sponsor us, that's our purpose. I'm not saying we
Okay.
got to do crazy shit. If they want,
Sponsor us how? If we was just all on this pod, right?
they get
And
money.
and let's say 3 OnlyFans girls are sponsoring, and they said the only way we sponsoring is if we giving y'all neck while it's recording. You're doing that?
Hey,
Hell no.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about
too
that.
old
I'm
to be
just
doing
talking about. I'm just talking about this. Like, there's watermarks of their little OnlyFans on there. They pay us a little chili to put their little thing out there.
Hey,
I'm not.
we got the TV in our back.
Yeah.
She on there getting it. That's free promo.
That's crazy. He says,
Use our promo code.
We got a Patreon. Use our promo code for a free month.
Promo code.
Bust it
still
wide
growing.
open at OnlyFans.
Still growing.
Still growing. Still growing pod.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all niggas is sick, man. He said the OnlyFans girl sponsor. That's wild.
No, but I feel like we can get a few sponsors, man. We need a tequila sponsor.
We don't need. Yeah, we need liquor sponsors. Yeah, we do need some liquor sponsors. Matter of
Some
fact,
liquor sponsors. Mm-hmm. Get a Fashion Nova sponsor will be cool.
Fashion Over be dope. Some Minimal, some Boohoo.
You know.
Shit, I'd take a Skim sponsor.
Oh, this nigga's crazy. But
Or
girl,
no, give me the Fenty sponsor. If we just all had to come in here in the Fenty draws, nigga, I'm in.
I'll take a little, even like the little pre-workout. What's the pre-workout meals and shit? Like the pre-prepared meals to help you.
Like
get
Hello
fit.
Fresh and all that.
Yeah, like I'll take some sponsors like that.
Shit, let's just fuck around and get a Northern Exposure like sponsorship, you know?
No, that shit smelled like goat meat out there.
You know what's crazy though is how lit would that actually be if you just did a pod in the strip club? Your daddy is not around.
That's how we started. I'm like, $40.
He gonna be there tricking.
So
Yeah,
you know I'm gonna be up in there with chicken, the wings and waffles. You know them niggas. I'm gonna be in there like Joe Budden with some milk and cheesecake.
Yeah, a pod in the strip club would be crazy.
Drinking,
You do that?
drinking
I
milk.
ain't never been to a strip club, so yeah.
It's all right. I spent a whole month in the strip club. I ain't gonna lie. I was in a strip club for like 4 weeks straight.
Damn.
He was calling me. There's this one in there.
There was one in there, low key, bad little light skin.
And when I was conversating with them strippers, she was like, "That's my friend." I brought that up. She said, "That's my friend. I know exactly who that is." I said, "Well, come on with,
That was
come
some
on
work,
with. I'm
dog.
trying to hook up my boy."
See, I can't be up in there.
But I want you to know I wasn't in there throwing my own money, right? So it was this girl.
You say you wasn't?
Hell no. It was this girl I used to talk to, and her friends always like to go to the strip club. So I'd be sitting in there, I would tell her straight up, "Hey, look, I got the tab, but I ain't throwing no money. So whatever you throwing, just give it to me." She'd be like, "Bet it up. My tab open for the drinks. She give me the money. I'll make sure I do so.
Hell yeah,
I ain't never threw nothing out my own pocket to a stripper, dog.
that's real P.
I was like, you're not about to catch me in here tricking. Till I seen that one.
So-
That's when I thought about it, though. I seen that one. I said, "Get."
It was playing in his head. It's like, your daddy is not a
And it's funny because they used to be like, "This girl's the best one," but it wasn't her. It was like some other like emo looking girl, and she was some work too, though. But man, I'm telling you, when I seen that light skin, I was like, "Yeah." I heard that she's somebody that I went to high school with his sister.
That's crazy, man.
That's what I heard. I don't know for sure. I don't know that nigga family tree.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm curious. Because I could be the bridge.
I don't even know if you
Be
know
at
the
the
dude or
family
not.
reunion.
I don't even know if you know the dude or not. But yeah, that was like, y'all got anything else?
How old were y'all when y'all found out the stripper poles were the ones moving?
Huh?
Like the stripper poles, I didn't know they moved. So I thought like when they would do the spins with like their legs, I thought they was just spinning and getting like leg burn and shit, but the poles be rotating.
I don't think I ever thought about that. Oh man, and we should have told that story on the pod with Jahaz.
Man,
It used to be this girl we used to kick it with that had a stripper pole in her living room.
I
It used
remember
to be
that.
lit in there.
Did it move?
Remember that.
Nah.
It was just
She used to oil it up. And when she would oil it up, she'd be doing it with both hands.
That's Paul. I guess that ain't pause.
It wasn't pause.
But yeah.
And me and that nigga so sick, we be tapping each other. Look at her.
She going to town on it. They talking, I'm sick. This nigga picturing himself in there like red tube.
That's crazy.
That's
That shit was POV, nigga.
That's crazy.
our stepsister's acting wild.
Hey, man, what is this pod, dog? We gotta get out. We gotta get out of
No,
here.
we got clips. We got clips to go.
We gotta get out of here.
We might get a few sponsors out here.
Yeah, right. Or they gonna be like, "Hey, don't sponsor them niggas. They're tripping." They talking about OnlyFans girls looping up stripper poles.
No, but I had to talk about it at one point in time. But I went on a run where I was fucking with a lot of strippers, man, off duty.
Yeah, you need to get into that next week so we can have another come to find out story. You ain't had
Yeah.
one of them this week.
Oh yeah, we didn't have a come to find out. We just had Daddy is not around.
Your daddy is not around.
But, and we got. I had a couple conversations that we'll have off camera. That I'm trying to get the pod bigger, and we're gonna do some things.
Shout out to Dallas and H-Town, baby.
I'll be out there visiting y'all real soon. TSU, your daddy is not around.
TSU ladies. Hey.
JoJo. JoJo.
He gonna be standing out in the rain like Ray J with one wrist over JoJo.
Listen, I'll be right there for her.